Yo, what's up, baby? You know what time it is. Late.
Way late.
Welcome to another episode of Rated G with Gary G. Garcia and Brian T. Licata. We're your boys. I'm your man, Gary G. Garcia, along with my partner in misinformation, none other than Brian T. Licata.
Hey, friends. I don't know. My dad said something to me. He's like, you know what? You got married and you're just late all the time. But it's not her at all.
No,
it's
you.
me. It's completely me.
Dude, when we were thousands of miles away, we were on time. And now I come to you and we're still not on time.
Yeah, well, we lost the gear. We didn't have the audio device. We were missing that for a little bit. And we got pizza, too. Right? We did get pizza.
We did get pizza.
Yeah. Turn that towards you a little bit.
Turn this toward me?
Yeah, just like, yeah, maybe so. Yeah, that way. Yeah, there you go.
That better?
Yeah.
All right, man. How's everybody doing out there, man? We hope you're having a good week. What's today, Tuesday?
Tuesday. Yeah, look at the computer over here.
We hope you're having a cool Tuesday, man. We saw we had some people already in the house. We hope we didn't lose y'all. If you're still here, man, welcome. You know, I'm glad you're here. King Handle says, can't wait for the critical analysis. It all popped off, right? Where is Ja or Jay? Which one is that, Ja or Jay? Self says we're here on standby. Self, what's up, baby? It was good to see you this week, man. It's always good to see you and the missus and the family, man. Big up to you guys. Thanks for coming down. Who else we got on there? You're all over the place, man. This dude is the bum.
Stop it. You stop it right now.
The bum first-time commenter. Welcome, man. Glad to see you. You look familiar in the picture. We're always late, man. I'm sorry, yo. I do apologize. It's this dude, man. He was putting on his makeup.
It is my fault.
He was doing his hair.
Yeah, I'm actually a woman. It took me this long to look like this.
Yeah, I know. Wifey loves the intro. I love the wifey, man. Big up to you guys. I love y'all so much. Pizza. Yeah, I haven't had pizza in, I was just telling Brian, man, I haven't had pizza in the longest. I don't even think the last time was the last time we went to New York. I think with you, we got pizza. They closed my dollar joint.
Those are good dollar
I don't
slices,
even think the pizza's
too.
really that good in New York anymore, man. There's a couple of spots.
Well, the ban is going into effect on the brick ovens.
I don't know.
You heard about that? Yeah, we talked about that, right?
I heard about it, stopped caring because they stopped talking about it. So you know how that goes, man.
Well, it's going into effect this summer.
You know. What else we got there? Themor's here. Self-promotion. I love you, dog. Themor says game time. Yes, it is, man. And if people don't know what the hell we're talking about, it's popped. I've been talking about it for the longest. Everybody thought I was crazy. My daughter was like, stop talking about Diddy. And then, boom, it's all hitting the fan. Diddy's house got raided. All three of his houses got raided.
I didn't know that it was the three. I knew it was the Miami home, which is on Star Island, which a lot of stars, celebrities, and maybe Epstein associates or Diddy associates lived.
Diddy's, man. Diddy did it.
No, but Epstein lived on Star Island also.
Oh, he did? Mm-hmm. Yeah, they were neighbors. They were neighbors.
They had a tunnel from one house to the other.
I've been saying that Diddy was a freaking creep for the longest. Everybody said I was bugging. Even my daughter was like, Dad, you're bugging. And now, and it's federal, dog. These dudes don't roll for no reason.
Homeland Security, dog. Homeland Security.
Yeah, and it's all, they say it's all sex trafficking, right? That's like what they're saying.
Drugs also. But
drugs and sex trafficking. I guess those go hand in hand, don't they? Yeah, not all the time, but the good ones do.
The good hosts have drugs.
The good hosts have drugs. Yeah. Look, this is gonna suck, but
and listen, dude. At least they were always in tropical places. No, isn't that kind of a bright spot?
Are you?
No.
I mean, look. If you're gonna look at the pros and cons, yes, I'm sure the locations were always pretty pro. You know, nice hotel rooms, nice houses, and like you said, a beach. Mm-hmm. You know, they probably all had tans.
What do you think they ate?
Probably ate good too. I would think the food was probably good. You know.
What do you think the bedroom?
Probably had like coconuts and shit like that. I could see Diddy getting upset and hitting someone in the head with a coconut, throwing that shit across the table.
I knew this was gonna be an insane episode. There's gonna be so much-
Cause the
I just spilled water on
the
myself.
dude wore clothes to the table for dinner. I said, I told you no clothes, and he just hit you in the head with a pineapple. That shit leaves those little spiky things to the side. You're sitting there eating
The
it,
hairs,
and you
the
see
little hairs,
you
the
see the
coconut-
pineapple
coconut
mark
hairs.
on your face.
Yeah. Drink it, crack that, and drink
I knew
it.
he was nuts the time I seen that video of him getting that big deal. He made some big deal and he got all pumped up in the room, and then he started smashing his phone and throwing shit. And I'm like, the dude, take it from a dude with violent tendencies. That man got violent tendencies because it's like, okay, you got a good deal, you're pumped. You don't wreck your office. That's not normal behavior. You know what I'm saying? That's the person that's not normal. Could you imagine
Rock
working?
stars? No.
Could you? Look, could you imagine working in a place, dude, where your boss just starts demolishing his? Like all you hear is him throwing things against the wall and shit like that. And you already know any place that you work that happens, then there's craziness going on. Craziness going on. Those Christmas parties are crazy. Those fucking,
Molly water is what they serve for drinks
they
there.
were serving
Molly water.
Molly water.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
Yeah,
what I got
dude.
right here. This is a Molly water. Cheers. I slipped a little in your drink too.
Thanks for sharing, and I ain't got to pay. I'm telling you, man. Like I would have known only because I do it. So I would have been like, "Oh, somebody slipped some Molly in this
Right.
shit."
Yeah. No.
You know,
yeah.
and I would have seen everybody bugging out around me and everyone dancing and shit. And I would have, everyone's talking and they're still doing this while they're talking. I'd have been like, yeah, we're all on Molly. But that's because I did it. I've done it before. Imagine getting like laced with something like I'm at the point where I would know I'm being laced. But the question is, what did you get laced with? But imagine,
I think
like,
you could
back
probably
in the
figure it out
day-
pretty quick.
But imagine back in the day before anyone really knew what LSD was, and they were going to those whorehouses where they were slipping it in and then watching
San
them.
Francisco. Yeah.
It's always
Manson.
San Francisco, man.
I know, but Jolly West, San Francisco,
Yeah.
dude, it's crazy.
Yeah,
It's super nuts.
And you go in there and now you're tripping and you don't even know what that shit is. Never even heard anybody talk
Yeah.
about it. You're just like
it's
tripping.
not. It's just some chemical they made in like a lab, bro. They
But like,
had
what
no
would
idea.
you think? You know what I'm saying? Like, in other words, if you're sitting there and you're hanging out, and next thing you know, you see shit melting on the walls, and you've never heard of LSD, you never heard anyone say, "Yo, this is what it's like,"
It's
and you're just sitting there like, "Yo, would you think that somebody just gave you some sort of drug?"
I don't know what I would think, but when you're like, so the one story I'm thinking about is like the guys out at Fort Detrick. Did you ever see that show? Oh, God, I can't remember what it was called. It was on Netflix, but it was like a docu-series drama where it was all these people out of Fort Detrick where they made anthrax.
Yeah.
But they took the scientists out on like this vacation thing, and some of the guys were CIA guys, and they like tried acid on the other scientist and didn't tell him, and then they pushed the guy out the window. But that
All
was
those
in New
movies
York.
Get
Yeah.
at least one
yeah.
guy pushed out the window.
But man, I mean, that was old school MK Ultra. What's the MK Ultra that's going on now? That's the question I always ask, dog.
I don't know. I see some comments. Let's see what we got. Let's go to the concert. I've been watching your stand-up on YouTube. I hope you throw up some more stand-ups on you. Thank
Thanks.
you
Yeah,
so
I'm
much.
planning on it. Yeah. I was really thinking about it.
I actually appreciate that. I'm not gonna lie. The first thing I always think when someone says I watched, I saw you on YouTube or I watched your special, I'm always like, did you laugh?
Yeah.
I don't know why, because like when I perform, people laugh, but I just don't know like if you're watching it, do you laugh? I appreciate that, man. Thank you for checking it out, man. Self says, did he do it? Did. He did. I'm saying he did. I don't give a shit. I know we're all innocent until proven guilty, but sometimes you just know. And I could be wrong. Listen, it's all alleged. I don't know why that got thrown in there, but
That was for Diddy, dude. That was for Diddy and all of his crimes.
See, but that's the thing. It's not even the point that he's bi or tri or whatever the fuck he is. It's the point that he was fucking setting people up, filming them, hooking them up with underage chicks, trafficking these chicks to other places, beating on chicks,
blowing
shooting
somebody's
people.
dead. Yeah, with his son committing.
I actually believe now that he definitely had something to do with Tupac and Diddy. I'm just my opinion.
Biggie.
I'm with
Biggie.
Tupac and Biggie.
Right. Yeah. You
I said
with
Diddy.
Tupac
I
and
said
Diddy.
Diddy. Yeah, Tupac and Biggie. I think
Biddy,
Biggie.
Biddy, dog. The biddies, bro. Where the biddies at?
I'm like kind of convinced he did. The other day I saw the Biggie movie. Right now in the Tupac movie, of course, Tupac thought that they set him up. You know what I'm saying? But in the Biggie movie, they're supposed to make him look good. Like he didn't do it. But while I'm watching it, it's like every time Biggie wanted to call him to set shit straight, it was always Puffy that was like, nah, just let it die down. Don't call him, let it die down. Don't go over there, let it die down. You know, like he was always keeping him from making contact.
From settling it with
Yeah,
Tupac.
and that's in their movie where he's a producer, you know, of the movie. And I'm looking at it and I'm thinking, this person thinks that the way he's showing us, you know, the way he did things makes him look innocent, but it doesn't. It actually makes you look guilty, dog. You know, you're so guilty you can't even make yourself look innocent.
Well, I have a list of all the allegations against him since the early '90s.
Let's go through some of these. I see a lot of whatchamacallits. Let's see what we got here. Themor says, did the bridge collapse on the boat or did the boat collide with the bridge? Riddle of the day.
I watched the video. Do you know about this boat?
Yeah, I saw it.
I think that the boat hit the bridge, and I also think that something sketchy with the boat. There's something on that boat.
Now this is what I'm supposed to believe now, that all those columns that are holding these bridges up in the water, that if a boat hits it, one boat hits it, it's coming down?
Well, that was a small bridge, and it only had a couple different pylons. But yeah, bro, like, yeah, that's how the bridges work, dog. You think they were that safe?
But I mean, those things ain't built thick enough to at least take the hit. I'm not saying not cause damage.
The ships are huge, dude.
I
and there's
know.
so much weight. Even going at like 10, 15 miles an hour, it's
No
gonna
doubt. But I'm saying, man, like, shouldn't that thing be able to at least?
I don't think you can build something
stand?
like that. Nah, dude. I don't think that they're.
You don't think you can make
they're
it
not intended
thick enough,
to.
thick
No,
enough,
dude.
wide enough? Like if it was.
The Tartarians could, but we can't. Yeah. Back in the old days, they had those big stone bridges, and that was to prevent this, and it would just slide them in. Like pinball.
Well, then
like
maybe
pinball.
they should make those boats a little smaller. Maybe the boat shouldn't be too big that it can just rip right through one of those things.
Well,
I don't know. What do I know?
I mean, dude, do you want to pay, $40 for a price of pizza? We got to get all those goods there. If that price starts going up, then we're gonna be paying more for the cost of goods. I want my cheap shit from China, dog.
No matter how many bridges get in your way.
Yeah,
I don't care how many bridges I gotta destroy.
When I saw my dad this morning, I was like, yo, what's going on? He's like, not much. How are you? And I was like, yeah, I just really feel like I was heading south on 95 this morning.
Well, Ray was on that bridge the day before yesterday.
Wow.
He came home the day before yesterday.
I mean, dude, I've been on that bridge tons of times. When we were down in D.C., we went across that
Funny
bridge.
you would use the word tons. Back to the comments. What do we got here? The bum says he guilty. I think so, man. So said, did anybody else get arrested? Yes, somebody else did get arrested. In fact, his supposed drug mule got arrested the same day. And I sent you a couple of things that I thought was funny about this. But supposedly his drug mule got arrested with like a bunch of weed and a bunch of coke. And supposedly Diddy was waiting to connect with them. So they got his stash. You know, I saw a meme that showed the dude from Breaking Bad, the one who had the vacuums that he made you disappear. You know, with the big bushy eyebrows, and it showed him, and it said, "This is the only guy who can save Diddy now."
That's funny.
Yeah, man. And his sons.
Which one?
I don't know if they got arrested, but I know his sons were in handcuffs.
Which one do you want to watch first? What video?
The first one I sent you. This is Diddy. Supposedly, this is Diddy's neighbor. And I found this hysterical. I thought this is so funny. You gotta listen to it to the end. The end definitely kills it. And it also makes it sound sincere.
Yeah, tell them stop bringing all the minors over here late at night. I live right next to him. He do too much. He be like buses, like big ass buses. You just see all type of shit hop out. Especially at nighttime, like around 3 o'clock in the morning. It gets wild. I'm his neighbor. When my basketball go over there, I just let it be because I don't want to knock on the door. Yeah, tell them stop bringing all the minors over.
See, that's the part that makes you think it's probably not true, but it's funny as fuck. He said, well, my basketball goes over there. I don't even knock on the door. I leave it.
I don't know, dude. I mean, yeah, you think it was just some dude who was around there?
It could be true. I mean, I saw another thing also that they had the same video, but, people share all kinds of dumb shit. So I don't know, but it's like sometimes when things are too funny, you question whether or not it's true. The other one's supposed to be videos of his house after it got raided on TMZ.
Oh, I have one from before. He was at a party. You want to
Oh
show that
yeah,
one?
yeah. Supposedly this was like the party before his house got raided. The last party he was at before it got raided. You can lower that, man. Yeah, look how stressed he look. And the funny thing is, he's all alone. Like they show
Oh, Flavor Flav.
Flavor Flav, and Flavor Flav walks like right by him.
Oh, there you go.
You're all over the place, man. You know, and like no one's talking to him. He looks kind of sad. You could almost feel bad for him a little bit. Look at him. He looks kind of sad. Look. He looks like the ugly girl at the party. Poor Diddy. And look, Flavor Flav ain't even acknowledging that motherfucker. He's like, let's get out of here, man. It smells like baby
So we
booty.
acknowledging the coke he's doing. He could be yacked out. I mean, that's a good point, dude. He does kind of look coked out, doesn't he?
He could be coked out.
Yeah.
I mean, I would. If I was in his shoes right now, I'd be just like Scarface, just
Yeah.
shoveling my face down. Yeah, look at his feet wiggling and shit. But he looks very much alone and very sad. Well, you know, that's what happens. That's what happens, man, when you're a horrible person. And I can't even listen to his shit no more. Yeah, this is the dude right here, the mule, supposedly. Brendan Paul is his name. He was arrested yesterday at Miami airport for being in possession of large quantities of coke and Zaza while Diddy was waiting for him outside the airport, supposedly.
Yeah, look, 2 first names. That's funny. 2 first names. You know, all those guys.
Yeah.
I saw this one.
Yeah, supposedly. I mean, all these videos are popping up. 50 is having the time of his life with this shit.
50 Cent
50
Cent has
Cent.
had the best Instagram forever, and I've always said that. But if you don't follow him, you need to follow him now because it's fantastic.
He is fucking eating this shit up. He's like, somebody said, you're the #1 broadcaster of this. We're all going to you for all the news. They're all going to him to catch the tea. What do we got? We got a bunch of comments coming in. Let's see what we got here.
He guilty.
Yeah, we were right after that. Did anybody? Yeah, we were right after that. The Suns got locked. I don't know if they got locked up. Bad Boy Entertainment, been bad. Yeah, man. Here's the thing. You're too old to be doing that shit for life. If he would have quit, like at 55, because he's like close to 60 now. You're like almost 60 years old and you still slipping Molly into people's drinks, dog?
Cosby, dude. Cosby did it in his 80s, dude.
Nah, there was no like real... Cosby shits were all old, weren't they? There was nothing like he did this shit last year. There wasn't no year ones.
You think he
I just
stopped?
found-
You think he stopped, bro? You think he stopped? You think
You
I
get old. You get old, man. You get
You're
old.
never too old for a little cocktail.
I don't know, man.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, dog, if he would have quit at 55...
He's 54.
54? Who,
Diddy.
Diddy?
Yeah.
All right, so if he would have quit at like 50, you're 50. Even I've slowed down, man. I don't want to be around that many people, especially if they all got their dinglings out and everybody's little... I don't want to be around that shit, man. Get the fuck out of here, dude. Grow up. Grow up, man.
06. Dude, in 06. He did it in 06. So, I mean, how old would he have been in 06? Cosby.
I don't know, but guess what? When I was packing all my stuff in the house, I came across my Cosby tickets. I saw Cosby at Radio City Music Hall the day before everyone stopped going to his shows. The day before
69,
everything
bro.
broke.
You 69 on his last
Yeah,
allegation. So you're
see.
saying he wasn't doing it into his 70s?
No. He was 69 his last allegation. He probably did it well into like 70s. I guess. I mean, I don't know, man. I guess you get to, I don't know, man. I just feel like, I'm getting old, man. I'd rather read a book every now and then. Maybe it's just me.
You guys don't have the same proclivities.
I wish I knew what that meant because it sounded funny as hell. Themore says, seems set up from the time the guy took the name P. Diddy. I mean, like, yeah, he kept changing his name and shit. But I mean, even his name, like, it doesn't matter how much you change your name. We all knew who he was. You know? It's crazy, but this shit's been going around for years. So it makes you question, like, why is it popping off now? And all the way to the level where the federal government just
And what
raided
did he
all
what
his
did he
cribs.
do, dude? What did he do? Who did he piss off?
Who did he say no to? That's the question. Who did he say no to?
Yeah.
He said no to somebody because he's been doing this for years and years and years and years. Or is it that when Cassie came out with her thing, it just emboldened everybody and then it just became something? I don't know.
I don't think so, dude. I think somebody got You know, what if it's Trump behind the
I
scenes?
know with the dudes, you know, I'm sure a lot of them kept quiet for a long time, you know, because of the shame that I thought, you know, comes with it. I mean, like someone said it, Eagle Wit. My man Eagle Wit. I'm actually gonna send you the fucking joke he does about it. And it's a good fucking point, man. Hold on a second. I'm gonna send It's a good fucking point too. It's like the things, you know, like he's kind of a victim. You know what I'm saying? Hold on, I'm gonna send it to you right now. Check this. People are fucking funny. This is my boy Eagle Whip. We're trying to get him out to AC too, man. We're trying to work out something with him as well. But check this clip of him, man. This shit is perfect. And it's also what's fucked up.
You know who Diddy is? No, I didn't think so. You know who Puff Daddy is? Same nigga. Same nigga. He changed his name to Diddy because there were allegations coming and he wanted people to be like, Diddy? This is how fucked up we are. There was a rumor that he raped the rapper Meek Mill. And we all heard this and we were like, this nigga Meek is gay? I don't think that's the right response. I don't think.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Somebody was like, check on Meek. We were just like, I guess I'm never listening to this nigga again. Keep your butthole tight, Meek.
It's true though. Like nobody cared that looked at him at all as a victim. They were just like, this motherfucker is gay.
I haven't listened to a Meek song since.
You
I
haven't?
liked him. I liked him a lot too. He's a Philly guy.
Yeah. And
Cosby too.
Now you can't listen to him.
I still watch Cosby.
Of course, you still watch Cosby.
It's a great wholesome family show.
Oh, shit, man. No blood in Tupac's car. Demo says correct. The bridge is meant to be hit. The suspension structure is independent of the road structure.
I looked this up, Timor. I didn't know this, but I looked this up when I saw that comment. It's a steel arch continuous truss bridge. So when you look at it, there's no like suspension part. It's
And
just
those
held
aren't
up.
that thick at all.
No.
Those aren't thick at all.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like those things should be a little thicker.
You can see the thing smoking too.
Those things should be thicker, I think. But I don't know. Like I said, I don't make bridges. I can't even make a Lego bridge.
Yeah. I mean, here it goes. Look at it. Look at them.
Yeah, those things look pretty thin.
I think it hit like this one or this one too. Yeah. Oh no, I think it was on this side actually. It was like right here
Come
or
on,
right
get
here.
your story straight.
You want to watch the video? You want to watch the video?
Yeah, throw the video on.
All right.
I think, what was it, 11 cars are still missing?
Yeah,
Something
there were
like
guys
that.
working on the bridge, and
Going into the water, better to have your windows up or down.
I think down. I'm not sure though. Do you know? I think down.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
But let's say they're up and you go in. Do you roll down your windows or do you crawl into the back trunk and then pop open the trunk?
I just want you to know that if I go into water in my car with the windows up, it was not a suicide, dog. It was not a suicide, dude. No matter what note is out, I didn't do it. Just putting that out there.
Yeah, right.
Just so you know.
I'm glad you said that. That's the way you're gonna go now. You know, that's usually how you get it. Everybody who says I'm not gonna do it this way, that's the way they end up doing it. Interesting. What are you looking up, dude?
The bridge, but I want to find it from this guy who I watched the video from
All
before.
right, well, let's see what this self had to say. The bridge is only 47 years old, but it's been under construction. 47, you said? 47 years old? Shit, I'm older than the bridge.
Yeah.
And yet I'm still standing. You know. He said, dog, it was only tobacco and water bump that was on that shit. The bum says, Lil homie said, you can have my ball. Diddy Mule got caught with water bump inside baggies. Yeah, the Diddy Mule got popped too, man. Right now, Diddy's feeling like Ray Liotta in Goodfellas when he finally got popped. And
With
then-
the, with the helicopters.
and everything was coming all over. They all just hit at one time. Boop, 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 boop. That's crazy. When you think about it, that shit is crazy.
This Diddy stuff.
Yeah, it's really crazy. And like, it's not even being mentioned really that much in the news. It's in it, but not like front page.
Well-
The bridge was the front page. You know what I'm saying? I feel like the Diddy thing might be a little bigger news. I don't know. It's hard to say. I can't, I'm not a scale. I can't balance it out, but I think I don't know. The bridge one I find too scary because I'm always on bridges, man, and I always wonder.
Hey,
like,
what's going on with shipping? Sal Mercogliano here this morning. So we've had an incident in the port of Baltimore involving the motor vessel Dolly outbound from Baltimore. I am just beginning to process the information and take a look at it, but I want to clarify something that I've been seeing that needs to be done. This is the video coming from the port of Baltimore. I'm going to go ahead and live stream it. Or replay it. This is Dolly coming out.
You see how it
Notice
just
the
turned-
ship
its
just
lights turned
went
off?
dark. I'm going to come back here
Yeah.
for a second.
Let's see if he chose
Go
it
back
again.
here a second. Take you back about 10 seconds here. So she would have came off the berth at Dundalk here, and if you play back this video, you'll see that the ship is outbound, turning around the channel, comes off to the comes off of Dundalk right here, goes out the channel, spins around, and is coming out. Now let's be clear. This is obviously the exit out. This is where she wants to come out. Go ahead and play it again. Here she is coming out. You'll see lights along her side. You'll see lights right here. That red light in the back is not her, but she goes dark all of a sudden. So now the ship is dark. You are not having any power on this vessel.
See the
The ship
fucking
has
bus going
basically
across,
dropped the
or a truck or
planet.
something like
So
that on the
when I
bridge.
Initially,
And there's just like
heard about
traffic and
this
then all
happening, there
those
was a lot of questions
flashing
about,
lights too.
Was this mechanical or was
Like they
this
were doing
human?
road
This
work.
is obviously a mechanical.
but you would also think that right now it's going parallel with the bridge.
No, it's not. It's actually going for this hole in the center because that's where the bridges go under. They go
Yeah,
under
but
this
right
hole.
now it looks like it's going parallel with the bridge that it hasn't turned yet.
No, it's kind of like on an angle here. But I'll go back to what he was
Yeah, I
saying.
gotta go back.
Propulsion.
Let him talk.
And the vessel was in the channel on the out any control. Now, a mechanical issue in that they lost power. We're not sure why she lost power. So here she is. She is basically coasting at this point without any control. Now, if she had lost power, does that mean she lost her rudder? Did she lose propulsion? And the vessel was in the channel on the outbound leg. She was coming out. And you see her still kind of moving here very slowly down on the channel. Traffic up on the bridge is moving along, and the ship is just progressing slowly down the channel. So ship's still moving at this time, and then we see the power come back on. So you see the lights come back on. So she is able to get power back on at this moment. Oops, sorry, it's buffering here. So you get power now coming back on. She, once again, should have propulsion. She should be making way. Now, when you lose power on a ship, it is the worst feeling in the world.
Yeah, you see that-
Everything
you
goes
see the
quiet,
smoke
goes
right here?
dark. Now you start seeing black smoke coming out of the port funnel. So she is belching black smoke at this time. You can see it coming out right here.
That's
So
not good,
This
though.
indicates,
Big fire.
obviously, an engine problem. Now, what are
Fire
they doing
in
at
the
this
engine.
point? They may be backing down at this moment, trying to stop their forward progress. Now, the problem with backing down on a ship
Fucking big ass bus.
is that it's single prop.
Trucks.
And what's going to happen is when you try to back
why I
down, the
don't like
ship
water,
is going
son.
to start careening. It's going to start kind of pitching around. And what happens here, based on the track line that I saw in marine traffic, is the ship starts to go across the channel. She was basically in the middle of the channel coming out, right down in the middle, and now she's careening toward the right side. Notice more black smoke coming out. I saw a helicopter image this morning that showed that the port side anchor had been dropped. So
So
what
trying to
you
get-
want
did
to
drop
do
the
is try
anchor.
to arrest the forward.
Yeah, but what he also did is he kicked it in reverse. And
Yeah.
when he kicked it in reverse, it swung, and that's how it got off course.
Yeah, that was kind of dumb if he was sailing right through the middle. Why not just let it keep going right through the middle?
Well, and then this guy says that he might have still had control over the rudder because they have like the
Yeah, I
fucking
would think
thing.
you would still have some sort of control. But what do I know?
Well, that's he said that.
I know he said that.
So
But I'm saying, what would I know? I don't know if he's telling the truth or not.
I
don't know this
movement
man.
of the vessel. The problem with this
Sal
whole scenario
McCallie,
is this.
dude.
If you start backing down on the ship, it's going to start twisting. If you just kept the ship
Damn, look at that
going,
car right there
stopped the
going over that
propeller,
white
and
one.
used the rudder, you would have some control.
This truck,
But
yeah.
now the vessel is starting to veer out
Just
of the
watch
channel.
these ones, dude. These are work
And
trucks.
this is what we see. The ship starts crossing from the north side of the channel
guy's
to the
hauling
south
ass.
side of the
Hell
channel,
yeah.
and then eventually out of the channel entirely. And at the speed she's going, she is not able to stop her forward progress.
Yeah, that car boogied the fuck out of there. That's what I would have
Yeah,
did.
and there's not really much moving right
So,
now.
See the black
But
smoke still coming
there's-
out of
there's
the,
cars
the ship
coming.
at this time. The ship
here.
now is coming out of the channel entirely. She would not have tugs on her. She would have had tugs to take her off the berth at Dundalk, but not once she was underway and had propulsion. This ship, Singapore flag, Singapore registered company. Dolly is one of these ships that basically is leased by the larger operating companies. So
You
we're
think
not
them
exactly
dudes
sure.
on the bridge, they're like, yo, get in your car, son, get in your car, like in the movies.
Oh,
You know, like at that point, we're like, yo, it's coming. And they're all running, trying to get in their car. One dude standing on the edge, just like,
people survived, dude. People survived it. We're gonna hear some stories from that.
yeah, I'm sure people survived. I mean,
Yeah, but
as long
they're,
as you
they're
don't
still
get
looking
hit
for
with the
people.
yeah, as long as you don't get hit with the bridge on the way down.
Dude, that's still a deep drop, dude. You snap your
Not so-
neck, break a leg, get your car's your leg pinched down on something, impact. No,
I'm
All right.
living. No
Or
doubt
whose
about
route
it.
she was on, what company she was servicing. She was
But
out
damn,
of
look at all the
Baltimore,
time you got,
heading
man.
to Colombo. So she was heading down
Heading
to
to
the Panama
Colombo.
Canal, and she was going to be heading across the Pacific. At this point, she is heading right for the pylons. And understand, once you take out a pylon on a bridge,
That's
it. These bridges are designed to rest on top of that pylon. She's going to sideswipe it. This is going to be the worst kind of bridge disaster in the United States since Tampa back in the 1980s. And even if you
remember
drop
that
the
one.
anchors, which we know she drops the port anchor, looking at the image from helicopters, the port anchor was not just dropped, but it was angling aft, meaning that it dragged. But at any sort of speed, it's not going to stop the vessel. She would have dropped. I'm not sure if she dropped the starboard anchor. That's her hitting right
Oh,
there.
there
You
it
see the
goes.
big
Bang.
splash as she hits the piling right there. There are barriers
Damn, there
around
it
the
goes.
pilings, but not enough.
Yeah, the
And
thing just
that
folded,
will
dude.
cause the collapse
Boom,
and just the
boom.
horror of this event taking place here.
Dang.
And that is the tragedy right there.
Damn, man. See, now I don't even want to get on a bridge again, man. I always I'll be stuck
What about
in
a
traffic.
tunnel, dude? The tunnel doesn't
I
make
be
any
stuck
sense.
in traffic, dog, and like the whole fucking thing be moving, and I'm like, yo, there's so much weight on this. There'll be an 18-wheeler next to me, a freaking SUV,
And then you feel it moving,
and
bro.
you feel it
yeah,
fucking
you feel it
moving,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, like you're a kid at like the little bridge you walk across.
Yeah, that shit makes me nervous.
We can
man.
take the tunnel into the city now.
I take the tunnel under bridge. I go both
What do you think about
ways.
the tunnel,
But
dude?
I've been in the tunnel and I've seen water coming in, and I'm like, that can't be good.
Yeah, but like I always
can't
thought
be
that the bridges
good.
were under the bedrock, underneath the water. Like they go lower than that. They're
Who,
not
the
like
tunnels?
Yeah, there's not like water right on the outside of the tunnel. There's dirt.
I have no idea.
Yeah.
Do you know that for sure? See, I always thought it was like a tunnel, like a tube. That's what I thought. I don't know. What do I know? I don't build fucking tunnels. I don't dig them. Do you build tunnels or dig tunnels? Which one is it? Or is it both? Let's go to some of the comments, dude. We got like a bunch of them coming in, man. Why are you ignoring our people today?
We were watching the video. we were watching the video for one, and yeah, that was it.
Windows down, you wait for the pressure to stop, then swim out. I'm good all the way up to the swim. Once I get out, it's where I die. Windows down, you won't be able to open the door until the car fills with water. Self-promotion said they took the bridge out to cover up for Diddy. You know people are saying that.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that, but you know people are saying that. People are saying, yeah, they did that because they had to cover up the Diddy thing. But I mean, how much are you going to cover up the Diddy thing? Like how much can you cover it up? Like
I mean,
a
it's
lot
it's,
of people
re-
don't
it's
care, but
really
you're not
really
gonna,
out there, dude.
yeah, and a lot of people don't care. But if you're into music at all, you know, then you know what's going on. You can't cover that shit up.
Yeah, it's not hard to figure out at all.
We can't sleep Diddy songs is kind of his catalog because he had some good songs. Here's the thing, man. He had some all right joints, but it's like I just can't listen to him anymore. Every time I hear, even like I can still listen to Biggie, but every time I hear take that, I flinch. So, like it's.
I was upset that you sent that to me. Why did I need to hear that audio? And then why did you need to play it repeatedly? Like to everyone you saw for like the 3 days after it came
I
out.
wanted everyone to feel the pain that my ears felt when I heard it. It was hysterical.
That's selfish. That's what that is. It's a
Yeah.
very selfish thing to do.
Yeah. I'll agree with that. I will agree with that. Yeah, there was supposedly a leaked audio, which we are not going to play, of Diddy getting busy, supposedly with Meek, and it was horrible. It sounded horrible. It was very violent.
It was foul, dude. It was disgusting.
It was very violent. Yeah, I don't even want to think about it. Now you put it in my brain. Self-promotion says down and wait for pressure to stop.
there it is.
They took the bridge out to cover Diddy. You're fucking. All right, here we go. Church Street. What's up, baby? What's up, my people over at Church Street Tap and Deli, man? Love you guys, man. The raids are probably to destroy evidence, not confiscated. Show the video of the raid shit. Supposedly they took everything that was electronic. Any single thing electronic, they snatched it up. And this is from TMZ, supposedly from TMZ, and it's supposed to be the footage of I sent you the video.
I know. I'm trying to see if I can find the full video though. There's like a whole video.
Yeah, TMZ supposedly released some of the footage of what it looked like after they raided the spot. And, they raided that spot, dog. If that's the place, they left it a mess. They don't play around. Yeah, so supposedly this is the footage from, what's with the big teddy bear? They raided all the safes and everything.
Is that Coke?
I don't know. It's hard for me to tell what anything is, to be honest. It just looks like a mess. They were nice in the closets. But everything else, they just ransacked. Violation.
Look how much stuff he has.
Going through all your shit. What a violation, man. Getting raided must suck. Go back to those comments, dude. We got a bunch of them coming in. So the boat apparently lost power a couple of times. That's what it appears to be, if somebody was fucking with the light switch. Imagine there's like a main switch and somebody just kept leaning against it. Or somebody had a switch on the boat that they didn't know what it went to, and they're sitting there going, and they can't figure it out. And they're like, who's fucking with the ship? That's fucked up. Too soon. Okay, let's go, man. Michelle, what's up, Michelle? How are you? So glad to see you. Hi, guys. Just came on. I'm at work. Love you. We love you too, Michelle. Haven't seen you for a minute. I think you've been going to the other guys' shows. That's what I think you've been doing. I think you've been going to the other guys' shows, and that's fine. There's no hate over here. Just want to let you know we miss you. We miss you over there at resorts. Come over and if you're ever in the mood for some new stuff. I'm just messing with you, Michelle. Love you, girl. Glad you're here. Rusty Shackleford. Am I bugging out? First time commenting? Yes, I caught another live episode. Rusty, what's up, baby? Welcome to the family, man. What do we got over here? Who we got? King Handle says they clearly lost their captain when the Black Smoke came out.
Is that a Pope joke?
I don't know. I was about to say, or maybe they just picked a new Pope.
Yeah. Well, they didn't pick a new Pope. The white.
Oh, the
smoke.
black means that they didn't pick a new Pope.
Well,
the white means they picked a new Pope.
Well, the black means the Jesuits picked a new leader.
The white. All right. Yeah. So that's what it is. Yeah, no doubt. It's my ship now.
King Handle says power steering comes with that model.
Yeah, right? Like, I would still think you could still steer. Did I say the word right? Steer. I don't know. Rusty Shackleford says, ever since Wanna Bump, I've been a fan of this podcast. I left New York City, Connecticut back in 2014. This podcast reminds me of being back east and listening to the homies chop it up. Yo, Rusty, man, I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you knowing what we're doing. This is what we're doing. We're just fucking chopping it up, talking shit. Please don't take anything we say and run. Well, you could run with it, but just probably won't get far.
Yeah, just don't. Well, tell them about the podcast, but don't tell them you heard that on the podcast.
Shit, Rusty says, I remember the first time I drove over the Tappan Zee Bridge, first big bridge I ever drove over. I was not excited to look over the sides. Yeah, man, I don't like bridges, dude. And now I like them even less. Are they making it that you don't want to travel at all? Like, I don't want to get on planes, fucking wings and shit.
I'm not going on Boeing planes. I was telling you that. I booked strictly Airbuses.
I'm just saying, like, you got that shit. You don't want to get on planes. Now I don't want to get on bridges. That means the next thing, everything comes in threes, right? A tunnel's gonna get popped. That's what's gonna happen. We're finally gonna find out what happens when water springs through the middle.
I just hope it's not when I'm moving tomorrow. I got to take the bridge, dude. I got to take the GW tomorrow.
And you're gonna have a lot of weight because you're gonna be moving stuff. Sucks for you, man, to have to do that at this point in time. I would help you, but I got caught. I got caught in the morning, man. That's going to be something. I'm ready for court. Although I'm not ready, I'm ready. You know, I've been watching all my criminal channels and shit. I will be dressed in a suit from the top up. You know, I'm going to show up ready to go. You know, I'm going to represent myself.
No, boxers, or you gonna go balls?
Balls out, suit top.
Yeah.
Just for the hell of it.
Yeah, do it. Yep.
Just for the hell of it.
Yep.
Fuck them.
You should Jeffrey Tubin it and just start jerking off towards the end of it.
If it doesn't go my way, I might have to fucking bust a nut on the rim of my hand and fling it at the screen. Rusty Shackleford says, instead of the Riddler from Batman, P. Diddy has become the Diddler. You either die a hero or live long enough to become a villain.
Here's a picture of the
Yeah, we
Diddler.
actually just saw that. We actually just saw that while we eating pizza. Yeah, that's, you know, yeah, man, people have been saying it for a long time. And, you know, eventually it's going to catch up with you. Whatever doesn't come out in the wash comes out in the rinse. Self-promotion says they want to keep Gary contained in Jersey. They know it'll be bad if he gets out. I've been out, man. I'm not even from New Jersey, man. Come on, people.
Yeah, but we got you locked in now. Did you know New Jersey is the only state you have to pay to get out of? The Delaware Bridge coming in is free, but you can't get out of Jersey unless it's on a toll road. Yep.
Interesting. Isn't it the same thing for New York?
No, because you can get out by land somewhere up top. But Jersey's a peninsula. You'd have to go to the top corner of the state to get out in New Jersey. But every other place, it's tolls to get out of the state.
I don't know what you mean. King Hannah says, Brian, who you tossing overboard, yourself, the wife, and or the dog?
It's a tough question, and probably the dog.
Will get tossed overboard?
Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't toss anybody overboard. I would try to get the lifeboat. I would lead the way, though. I'd be like George Costanza. I would lead the way of the exit.
By pushing people to the ground.
I wouldn't push anybody to the ground, but I would say follow
Not
me.
me, man. I'd roll a blunt and let everyone start. I'd watch everyone wild out. And I just wait. You know, especially in the winter, the water's cold. Just sit back. There'll be enough bodies that freeze in a group. Then you just try to land on one of them and pull the other ones to you.
Yes.
Tie them together
The
with
body,
belts.
yeah, the body life draft. Yeah.
Body life raft on. I'm a big fucking proponent of the body life. Yo, if you're there for a reason. You should have held back with me.
And hopefully you have some chunky people that are on the boat. You know, they're a little buoyant.
Some chunkers are always nice.
Dude, once they freeze, though, they probably sink. No? When
No,
they sink?
float. They stay floating.
Yeah?
Yeah, they stay floating.
You sure?
I'm not 100% sure.
Should we
but
Google it?
I don't want to get that Google on your thing, dude. You're going to get busted for something. And then they're going to see that you fucking were looking up how long does a body float on the river. I just think you can't let water get in their mouths. Like they have to face up. That's what I think.
If you turn them over, they go down, they sink.
That's what I would think.
Yeah.
Right? That, you know, you can't get no water in their mouths. That can't be good for them. You know.
So what's your take on this Diddy situation? Should we?
I think they're gonna bring him down like they did with everybody else, and then I think they're gonna go after Jay-Z. I think Jay-Z's next, man. I mean, think about it. Like, he did the album Best of Both Worlds, which was a great album until these motherfuckers came out as diddlers. It ruined every single song. It was such a good album. I'm not even gonna lie, yo. They've ruined R&B. They ruined it. I can't even listen to it. Same thing with the movies, man. They're just ruining everything, which might be good. It might be good. It might be you have to clear it all out, you know? Let it all crumble to the ground, and then it's not like there's not people independently making music and independently creating, you know, movies and shit like
Podcasts?
that. And podcasts. So maybe you need to just get rid of all the diddlers. You know what I'm saying? Get it to a place where we can bring shame
Well,
on
who do you
that
think's
again.
who do you think's coming after him now? Who do you think is behind?
I don't know. I think it's just a matter of too many people finding out things, you know? You think so? I think. You know, I think it's just a matter of, look, we can't save you anymore. Right. Maybe. You know, you think someone's actually like, you know, I don't know. I don't think he fell out of line.
Well, so here's the thing.
I don't think he fell out of line. I think he just crossed the line too many times, and now in this day and age, you know, people were talking about it forever. Somebody did come out with one that was believable enough, and
Dude,
bring the attention. I don't know. It's hard to say.
He hasn't been arrested. They don't know. They don't know where he is now. That's true. I was saying that to you before, and you said they knew where he was, but they don't. He's not. No one
knows where he is. He's still on the run.
Yeah, dude, he's still on the run. So look, so
But is there? There's not even a warrant out for his arrest. But wouldn't
you
that
don't know
be
that? You don't know
hysterical?
that though. You don't know that there's not a warrant out for his arrest.
Wouldn't they have said there's a warrant out for his arrest?
Well, no, but because I think the raid that they did, their indictments were sealed, so their names weren't released, so it didn't like become public information. You know, like no one knew about the raid before it happened because the indictments on those guys were sealed, but they had warrants and everything like that. So you don't. So they've also haven't said who's been arrested, have they?
Well, that's the thing. I know they had him in cuffs, but that doesn't mean they were arrested. Some people are saying that they just might have been removing people out of the house. But in cuffs usually means you're arrested when they put you in cuffs. But what do I know? I don't know.
So we don't know who got arrested, do we?
I know his son was in cuffs. You know, and we know his son was down, supposedly, allegedly, with that shooting in the bathroom.
That's true. Yeah, I think they shot that guy, dude.
Oh, they shot that guy. The question is, which one did? Probably the father. I think it's probably Diddy. It's probably Diddy who did it. You know,
His
these dudes
children
have-
were the guys in handcuffs, but they're saying that they identified, like online, it's saying they were identified as his kids, but no one has been arrested. The
That's
only
what I'm
person
saying.
that's
No
been
one's been
arrested has
arrested.
been Brandon Paul,
Brandon
the mule,
Paul, the mule.
the two first name mule having. You know, it's like Lee Harvey,
Yeah, well, isn't it Lee Harvey Oswald?
3 first names.
Oh, wow. I thought it was 3 first names.
John Jacob
Jingleheimer Smith,
Schmidt.
Schmidt. It's not Smith.
His name was my name too. Whenever
Then
we go
you should
out,
know. All right,
yeah,
I don't know.
people always shout
I'm just asking.
John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt.
Dude, we got comments.
No. Yeah, but we're talking, dude. We're talking. We
I
can
just
have
hate
a
when
little
you talk
flow
sometimes.
conversation.
I hate when you talk sometimes. I don't know what it is, but lately it's been getting a little bit under my neck. Like right here, on the collarbone. I want to big up JoJo and Scotty, man. What a show we had. I think it was yesterday. Today's Tuesday, right? Yeah, yesterday. Good show, man. Big up to those guys. And thanks for having me on every Monday morning, man. I appreciate it, man.
Yep.
You know.
We have a comment up, and you're not reading it, Gary.
I'm sorry. You know what got me, like what
There was a pause. That pause was.
what got me this, what's the word I'm looking for? Distracted. Was I noticed that you moved my cup onto this, and this is like a Seinfeld Entertainment Special magazine, and I'm like, I'm getting it all wet with rings, and then it reminded me of the Elaine episode with the TV guide when they got all the sauce on it, and that is what was going through my head just now in less than a second when I just looked to the left, and I was in the middle of a conversation.
We're in the Matrix, baby.
Drugs keep me focused. Self says them is coming after everyone. Yes, they are, man. I'm telling you. Don't be surprised when you start seeing them build these so-called big-ass camps. When they start building camps, they're going to do it over here in that big area, in AC, in that big area where the fucking ice skating ring is, dude.
Oh,
Watch.
yeah.
You
That'd
start
be a
seeing
great
tents
spot.
and shit over there. I hope I get put somewhere warm.
Diddy Island.
Diddy's a piece of crap, dude. I hope he gets what he has coming to him. When it comes to that, man, I don't even care.
I just can't believe he's gone, dude. Gone. He's
hiding.
not.
How far can you go?
He got to Antigua, bro. His plane got to the Caribbean, and from there, it was allegedly heading to some African island nation that doesn't have extradition. I think he's gone, dude.
Or age limits.
Well, why do you think they go over there, bro? That's what I was saying. Like, you know, you said the world needs another Akon album, and I said the next one's gonna be produced by Diddy.
Rusty Shackleford says, have you seen the clip of Justin Bieber when he was like 15 and P. Diddy is showing him a Lambo he claims he'll give him when he's older? It's hard to tell if it's a bit or real. Yeah, well, here's the funny thing. They showed that one, and supposedly he stayed with him for, I think he said he had him for 48 hours. So supposedly he stayed with him for a weekend with one of his friends. And then they had another clip like a couple of years later where he's talking to him, and you can see that, you know, Justin is uncomfortable, doesn't really want to be around him. And he's like, hey, dog, you haven't hung out with me. You haven't called me to hang out in a long time. Diddy, you're like hitting
An adult.
40. You're hitting 40,
Yeah, look,
and
I got
you're talking to
the
this
video.
young dude. Oh, you got the video? Go ahead, play that shit. Oh, yeah, this is the one when he was young.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna let you rock this every time you come in LA. Yeah, this gonna be yours. So every time you come in LA, it's a little dusty, but you know, come get the front shot.
He's a slime, man.
By the way, this is on Justin Bieber's YouTube channel.
Okay.
Bieber posted this video.
All right, so I'm gonna be driving this next year.
Yeah, when you get 16, you come down there, you gotta, you know, wear your seat.
I mean, I'm 15. You could ride in the passenger seat. I got my permit. Not yet.
No.
All right, 16.
You're not ready.
16.
Let's slow
All right.
down. Let's slow down, Justin.
Okay.
Let's slow down,
One
okay?
step at a time.
Yeah, they're
But
saying
yeah,
Diddy
the keys is
filmed
yours.
everything. Like, he stayed filming everything.
When you get 16, you're good to go.
I'm good to go.
Yeah.
All right.
And then, when you get 18, you get the house. You get the mansion.
Okay. I get the mansion.
Yeah.
So where are we off to now?
Where would you like
To
to go?
tickle your booty, dog.
I mean,
What do you think?
where
What do
we
you
going
think?
now?
You gotta pay for the car some way.
We just so check this out, yo.
Okay, then, you
Justin,
pretty
he's in
little
New
white
York, you know,
snowflake. What you think? Go where? We're going into the knuckles, bitch. You gotta pay for that car somewhere. The gas ain't gonna fill. That tank ain't gonna fill itself, motherfucker.
Dude, it's crazy.
Yo, dude, they got a video of what's his name in the club, man, Justin. And I don't even like to bring it up because Justin's kind of turned his life around and is kind of like, you know, real like kind of God-centered nowadays, supposedly. But when he was young, you know, you do things, and they got like a video of him on the dance floor with some dude, and like right when the camera comes up behind him, he's down on his knees in front of some dude, and then he gets up real quick and looks, and then like, I don't know, man, it's all crazy.
I've been
shit.
watching more of that Nickelodeon stuff too, dude, and all that stuff was gross.
And they did it like pretty much in people's faces too.
Blatant.
Yeah, and I got mad because my daughter used to watch that shit. My son, I didn't pick up.
I
on none of
watched
that
it.
Stuff.
You got slimed. They
Yeah.
dump a big green
Yeah.
slime on your head.
Yeah, and you're thinking what that's supposed to be like a big thing of like a bukkake. They were bukkaking these little kids.
Well, I guess that's why I'm a fan.
Yeah, it probably was, man. That's probably what they were doing, just in their heads, because they showed this thing with Ariana Grande.
Dude, I'm not gonna play it because it's
Nah,
disgusting.
it's horrible, and she's like doing things with potato. I mean, it's obvious that it's all innuendos.
Dude,
and
they
yet
had
I
another
never
one
picked
where
up
she
on
was
that.
laying. She had a lower cut shirt on, and she was 14, like prepubescent, basically, right?
Yeah.
And she was laying down, and you could.
Oh yeah, and then the
You
thing,
could have, and dude, and it was white shit
And-
that
and
was
it was like
going out over
yeah,
her face. It was disgusting.
Some tube or something was like
Yeah.
all over her neck and her face. Yeah, yeah. He was very into bukkakes and feet. Yeah.
Here we go. King Handler says there are people above Jay-Z, Diddy. Look up Jimmy Levine.
Oh yeah,
Clive
Jimmy
Davis,
Levine,
Lucian
Clive
Grainge.
Davis, Elliot Grant, Lou Cohen, Ty, and dude, let's not forget Quincy Jones. Quincy Jones' name pops up a lot, dog, as being one of the top ones. Clive was the one who groomed Diddy, supposedly. Yeah, man, it's been going on forever, and that's the thing. That's how they get you. Like, they get you in these things where like they get you all drugged up. You don't realize you're drugged up. Your inhibitions are low. They're showing you videos of your favorite. You know, they make it look like this is what goes on in Hollywood. This is, you know, everybody does it. Here's your favorite artist. Look. He's getting banged from behind, you know, and look, it's normal. You still like his music, don't you? No, I don't. Sorry. King Handle says all these folks promote and profit promoting profit off of violence and degeneracy. Diddy wasn't the only one. No, he's not the only one, but he was probably one of the big. He was obviously one of the bigger ones. He was a gatekeeper.
Yep.
You know what I'm
Being a
saying?
producer like that, he was a gatekeeper.
He was a
He put him in
gatekeeper.
he put himself in that position too. Really, right? Because it wasn't he was a recording artist at first, but he didn't really make much music later on.
He wasn't a recording artist at first.
Ever?
No, he did the recording. He became an artist because he was a producer and he ran the record company. He started. Bad Boys was originally called Uptown Records, and everybody he started that company with is dead except for Albie Shore and him. And Albie Shore almost died. He caught some crazy disease that had him. People were like, "Yo, he's dying." Somehow he lived. But everybody else connected with the original making of that fucking record label with him is dead. Meanwhile, Diddy's never even gotten a cold that kept him from stopping the concert. They're all dead. Heavy D, dead. Fucking the other dude, Andre something,
Andre Harrell.
dead. All right. Kim Porter, who was like their number one. She wasn't an owner, but she was like the assistant to Andre and knew everything. Dead. And I'll be sure who almost died. And Diddy.
He was an intern. He didn't even start the place. He just took it over.
No, he was originally an intern, but then he hooked up with Clive Davis. And Clive Davis is the one who promoted him. Why do you think that is? Supposedly the quote from Clive is Diddy had the tightest doodoo shoot that he's ever. I can't even come up with it. I was trying to come up with something stupid, but my mind was like, don't
I
say
love
it.
watching you struggle.
Don't say it. Rusty says, yeah, you're right, King Handles. The guy that abused Puff Daddy is the reason Puff himself became an abuser. Yeah, it was Clive. Clive was the main dude up there, and so I think Andre might have popped him a little bit too, they say. But for a second, I thought we were in my crib.
No, sorry, bro.
P. Diddy suicide in prison
For
toilet.
tobacco, a little Chinese tobacco. These are made in China, and they don't sell them in China.
Exactly. P. Diddy suicides in prison toilet. Yeah, could be. Rusty says, Gary, I'm a Twitch streamer, and I totally understand feeling like you need to constantly read chat comments. Now, you know what it is? When I see them all building up like that, I'm like, yo, show some love. Everyone's commenting, show some love.
Soon we'll just have a show where it's just reading comments. I hope we get there.
Yeah, I guess. But what kind of fun is that?
I mean, that's what this show's been. It's been nonstop. The whole episode is great.
What are you talking about? I've been talking to you. You're not. Where you been for this conversation?
I've been tuning it out.
Well, what do you want to talk about?
I want to talk about Diddy.
You want to talk about titties?
Diddy.
I love titties.
Diddy does not like titties.
No, Diddy likes titties.
You think so?
Yeah, he likes titties and he likes ditties. You know, he likes it all.
He likes.
He likes.
Themore says we got the best FEMA camps in Cali.
Yeah, I would think so. That's the ones I want to go to. I want to be like in a nice weather FEMA camp. You know, part of me is excited to go. There's some good things that come with it. I mean,
I feel like it's gonna be like when in Scarface when Al Pacino and fucking
Revenga.
Yeah.
Revenga.
Yeah, that's gonna be me and you in the camp together. We're gonna be like Pacino and Manolo. You're
I'll kill a
Pacino.
communist for fun.
You're Pacino.
For a green card, I'm gonna cut him up real nice.
I'm Manolo.
You're definitely Manolo. You're definitely Manolo. Rusty Shackleford says, bro, they need an episode about.
Oh, they had
an episode about feet on iCarly. Freaking weird. The logo was a foot. Wasn't the logo a foot?
Yeah, I don't know if that was just a meme that was going around. If that was actually
No,
true.
they had a foot. It was an orange foot sideways with the fucking. That was their logo.
Yeah, I thought that was it. Yep. Yeah, it is.
Come on, man. Mm-hmm. The dude had a crazy foot fetish. They had known pedophiles working on that fucking thing. The mirror. In I forgot what show it was, but there was a mirror that used to talk. That dude had mad freaking charges. He already did time for being a pedo. It's crazy, man. It's crazy, man. I'm telling you, all this stuff is crazy, and you're dealing with rich people, man. You're dealing, like supposedly Diddy is hardcore rich. He got the money in the bank. It's not even about like his worth.
Oh, tons of money,
he's
bro.
got
like
money
stupid,
in the bank.
stupid money.
Cell says Diddy named his kids after Quincy. I wouldn't be surprised, man.
Well, wasn't it Jay? Jay, and what was the other kid's name? Was it Quincy?
I have no idea what his kids' names are.
Well, they were the ones who got arrested.
Oh, isn't the other one?
We have
Sean?
Justin Dior Combs,
Justin.
King Combs, Jesse James Combs, Chance Combs, and Delilah Starr.
Wow, you got a lot of kids. Never even realized that. Mary J is still here. I heard some stuff about Mary J
she's
the other
still
day.
at Uptown, I think, Uptown Records.
But here's the thing: Mary J didn't create Uptown Records, and I just heard some stuff about Mary the other day. I don't want to be one to spread rumors.
Let's
so I'll
hear
wait
it,
till
dude.
they start getting
What
spread.
have you
before I come
heard?
out. That supposedly she was with some underage boy. That she molested some underage boy. That's a rumor that I heard. I actually heard it yesterday on the. I was just about to say, this fucking guy can't even. This fucking guy. I heard it on the whatchamacallit, Make It Make Sense podcast.
Would you like a drink, Gary?
I actually would. Do you have one to offer?
What do you want?
Yeah, just throw that water in here. There you go.
You want me to throw it or you want me to pour it?
Pour it. Whatever the fuck you gotta do. This guy, man.
Well, listen,
Good, perfect. Thank
you're
you.
a comedian, so you be careful about the words you.
Yeah, but I heard Mary J got some dirt. I mean, listen, I don't want to hear that. I love Mary. You know, I love Mary. Some of these people could have just if they just would have went away gracefully. If they just would have realized their time is done and just went away gracefully, they would have got away with it. But they want to stay in the limelight. Like Mary J, her name wouldn't have popped up if she didn't do the Super Bowl, whatever year it was, and flop on the ground like a big fucking, I can't even.
Heifer?
Heifer will work. That'll work.
Heifer. Heifer is a great word. I think that's a word we should bring back to describe women.
Heifer.
Yeah, what do you think?
I like it.
Yeah, like look at look. Instead of saying look at those hoes over there, you're like, oh, look
Look at those heifers.
Yeah, look at the heifers just walked into the bar.
Look at the fucking heifers in this place. I like heifers. I think it has a nice swing to
And
it.
then you go,
But you know, even the heifers, you grade them on a curve. You know that. You walk
yeah,
into
it's
the
just
room.
it's just this
That's
kind.
the
It's
thing
this
with
kind of
dudes.
curve.
That's the thing with dudes. Dudes walk into the room, they find the hottest chick, and at that point, it all grades down. So it could be like a room full of ugly chicks, but you'll find the hottest ugly chick, and in that room, that's the 10, and then you grade down. You know, in a room full of like really ugly uglies, like a chick with one eye could still be like a 7. You know, or a cleft lip. Could still make it to a 7. It depends on
What
the room.
What rooms do you think those are in?
Diddy's? Those
No,
are the
no, no,
basement.
no.
Those are in the Diddy's
No,
basement.
they don't have. No, he's not dealing
He don't
with
got
that.
no.
No,
He got all dime pieces,
Boy.
or
Pretty children.
one day will be dimes. He got all those kids that are like, she's gonna be good looking when she gets older.
She's gonna be troubled, but she'll look great. Yeah.
Oh my God, yo! Oh my God, she gonna be hot when she get older. That's the parties. Those are like his theme parties.
Can we still say that?
Those are his theme parties, dude.
She's gonna be hot when she's older.
She's gonna be hot when she gets older. Theme party.
Yeah, and then for the boys, he has a boyish face. Men with boyish faces.
Yeah, man. They say he gets off on the power. That's what it is. That he just likes to.
I think he gets off on the booty, bro. I think that's what he gets off on.
Yeah, but you know, it's like, I don't know, man. King Handle says, Gary, if you end up at the NYC campus, you get a free scooter and tuition. They don't want me anywhere near a college. I'm not allowed in colleges.
Yeah.
They don't want me in no college.
Within 25 feet of anybody under 18.
I don't even know what that means. My daughter Jasmine, thank you, mommy, for coming on. It's good to see you. And that's when you got to make those dumbass comments. See, man, my kids
because
come
what
on
you
this
were
shit.
saying
My
before.
kids come on this shit, and you're going to go and make those dumbass comments to me, dog? I
You
told
said-
you about that shit.
You just
At-
said, you said
at
something
that-
about
at-
the pretty kids. Dude.
No, you said pretty
No,
kids.
you
I
did.
said kid. They look at them and go, they're going to be hot when they get
Oh,
older.
yeah. Okay, so you're calling them. Yeah. Big difference. Big difference.
Rusty says, all jokes aside, have a safe move tomorrow. Also, Gary, wishing you the best in court tomorrow. Thank you, man. I think I'm gonna do it right. I'm feeling confident. You know,
What's
so far,
what's the game
I would
plan? Can I
think-
hear it? Let me.
I would think I'm 1 for 1. I think like I said, I would count my last court appearance as a win. I had a $50 ticket. I only had to pay $6. It took me a couple of hours, but You know, this time I'm hoping to do it where
You should have asked them to make a payment plan. That would have been so funny. It'd been like $1.09.
$1 a month.
I would have paid the interest for sure. Would have paid the interest on that.
I think I won last time, but it was such a stress. This time around, I am gonna have everything together and ready instead of just going off of, you know, my mind.
Do you have
Even though
it?
I was ready last time, man. Come on, I had the picture with the date and the time, and the time was the same as the ticket. I mean, I couldn't have gave a better fucking rebuttal.
No.
And
Do you want to print anything out while you're here? I do have a printer. You need to print some items out?
no,
Okay.
no, I'm ready to rock and roll. I'm pretty sure they're gonna tell me to like send it to something, you know, download it to something. But I have them in my phone, so I can show them all. Like, look, here it is, you know.
Oh, yeah, because what you're doing tomorrow, it's not arbitration. It's like a mediation.
It's a
or something
mediation.
Like
They
that.
want to see if we could work it out before going to court, which I'm 100% down to do as long as he just fucking goes and fucks himself and takes my name off the
lease.
off
or
the thing
yeah.
of getting evicted.
Right. Oh.
Take me off my record off the eviction and go fuck yourself, and I'll go fuck myself too. Then we go our own separate ways, which I think is what's gonna happen. I honestly think, and we'll find out, but I think I'm gonna get back my fucking
Security deposit.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna get my security back. To be honest, I'm feeling a little. Maybe I'm being a little. I don't know, but I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna go in there as the aggressor, like this.
I'm optimistic for you.
You know, it's literally between the thing. Am I a delinquent? Am I a delinquent tenant, or is he a delinquent landlord? And I think the
water damage is
I
enough.
think the
dude.
records will show that he is the delinquent. You know.
Oh, damn, it rained over the weekend, too. Did anything happen?
Yes, it did. Oh my God, the middle hallway where that light is fucking came down. There's a big crack going across. I said, "Oh wow!"
Really?
I didn't
That's
even have, I didn't even have to do
interesting.
that myself. That was amazing. Diddy's children. He sent me a thing of Diddy's kids, but yeah, I think I'm gonna do okay, man. You know, I think I'm gonna do okay.
Timor says.
When we going to get the updates? We going live tomorrow after results? Oh, I would, but Brian got to move tomorrow.
What results? The Diddy results?
No, after the court.
Oh, so I just found out that we can we can stream live to YouTube. We can do it from our phones. So I think maybe that we should do a live stream tomorrow. Maybe we'll do it on.
Maybe I'll link up with you on Instagram and we'll do a live Insta tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm gonna put out Gary's Instagram in the comments right now. If you don't know it already.
And we'll probably do, but we'll definitely talk about it on the next episode for sure. But I don't know. Like I said, I'm feeling pretty good about it. I got all my text messages from 2021. I got all the pictures of the damage. I got no return responses on anything. Even the last time he hit me up, which was like 2 weeks ago, he hit me up and said, "Call me to discuss the apartment." My response is, "I called you. You didn't pick up. Feel free to get back to me." I haven't heard back from him at all. So that just once again shows how this dude does things. And that's why I held back the rent. And what's even funny is on the thing it says
I think
December.
you should start with, ladies and gentlemen, the jury. We are here to decide: is this a case of a delinquent landlord
or a delinquent tenant. That's exactly what I've learned. You know the way I start to word shit up. Dude, I think I'm fucking Maverick when I get out there, man. I think I'm fucking, what's that dude's name? Matlock. I think I'm Matlock when I get up there, dog. I'm telling you. And then here's one thing I got, which I think really, because they're saying I didn't pay December, and I didn't pay, they're saying I didn't pay December, January, and February is what they're saying, right? But then right here, hold on.
I feel like
See, I'm gonna put this all in a good.
I feel like at one
in a
point.
good
I
thing.
feel like at one point when you're
See
when
right
you're
here, look right here. It says, hold on, that's not it. That's what I'm saying. I gotta get it all together. Right here, this is my whole history with these people. I paid them $36,000.
wow.
Right? If you look at my last payments, what does it say right there? December, January, February. In December, I paid him $1,200. He took it. In January, I paid him $600. He took it. And in February, I paid him $600. He took it. I have a text right before that says, going forward, I'll give you half the rent to show good faith till you at least get someone in here to start fixing. Then we could talk about the money. He collected the money, which says, and I even said, if there's any problem, let me know. I sent him the money. He received the money twice, which says to me he agreed to the rule. He agreed to the deal. And I showed it right there. And on the thing, it says I didn't pay December, January, and February.
Hopefully you get that money back too, dude.
You never know.
Wouldn't it
December,
be
January, and
great?
February. I don't know. I'm starting to feel like, listen.
You should ask for all the rent back.
Anyone
That's
who
what
knows
happens.
me knows that all things come up G. All things come up G eventually, man. Eventually it comes up G. I just gotta stay back and ride it out. Then once I ride it out, guess what? I'm gonna be like, oh shit, it came up G again.
It's gonna be wild, dude. Themore says get that inspection of the whole building, not just your unit. I don't know if you're talking to me or G. Probably G.
The building's coming down, but I don't care, dude. I'm out on Monday anyway. Between us, just between us.
Oh yeah, and the 40 people that have been watching today.
Just between us, man. I'm out on Monday anyway, man. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter. The question is, does he get his apartment back on May 1st, or do I hold on to it and let him take me to court a bunch of times while I live comfortably somewhere else? I don't give a shit.
I think you should drag it on for as long as you can.
Listen, I want to just have it behind me, dog. I told you that.
Yeah. No, you're right. I would want to.
You know, I just want to move forward. You know, plus I don't want to fucking be there anymore. Yeah. Everything's fucking collapsing. I'm pretty sure the fucking elevator hasn't worked in 2 months now.
How's that gonna be for the move?
We're gonna have to figure it out.
Are you gonna bring that up in court tomorrow?
I'm gonna bring up everything like that. Well, I mean, the building has nothing to do with him. But I am going to say, you know, listen, I'll be out by the 1st of May. Even though I'll be out sooner, but I'll say I'll be out by the 1st
Well, it's
of
gonna
May.
take you 2 weeks
So
to
if
move all that
anybody's
shit down the stairs.
Nah, man, come on, man. I don't have a lot of stuff. You know?
I know, but dude, when we bring the video equipment up, it's rough.
Your
Going
video
down,
equipment is actually heavier than my fucking couch, probably.
Yeah, it is heavy,
Give me a break. I'm not worried about it, man.
and yet it still doesn't work right.
What, your video equipment?
Yeah, no matter how good it is or how much it weighs, it just never works right.
Nah, I think how's it working today? I think we're working okay today.
What do you guys think there on the sound?
I mean, no one's complaining that you're buzzing. No one's complaining about it, about anything.
No,
with
yeah, I
you.
feel like Themore or King Handles would have said something.
I think so. Yeah, I think so, man. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I ain't gonna lie. I'm excited. I'm a little excited. I don't know if it's excited or more just I just want to get it over with.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Right now, it is just stressing me knowing I have to wake up at fucking 8 o'clock in the morning tomorrow to go to a fucking 9 o'clock fucking thing, which is gonna be in my dining room.
Right.
These fuckers, man. You know, Self says pivot. Listen, dog, they don't know what they're in for.
No, that's a joke from Friends about moving the couch. They go pivot.
Oh, yeah. That's right. I remember that. Also, Friends.
What do you think about that show?
Friends?
Looking in on it. Yeah, looking in on it now.
The writing was brilliant. It's one of those shows I never wanted to admit that I watched. Like, I never wanted to admit that I watched Friends, but the truth is, it was a good fucking show.
Joey Tribbiani, great
It
character.
literally made me laugh. I can honestly say the episode with the leather pants, when that motherfucker had the leather pants on, I was dying laughing. It made me laugh. So to me, if it made me laugh, then you know, fuck it, that's a good show.
Could you watch that out in a story? Could you admit that you watch Friends? Yeah.
Yeah, sure. It was funny. You know, I mean, and then I also watched, which I thought was one of the worst shows ever, which was How I Met Your Mother. To this day, I still think it's one of the dumbest fucking shows ever made. Every episode is supposed to be him telling his children a story. So why are you telling them about how their uncle was trying to fuck a bitch from every single nationality in a month? You know what I'm saying? Like, why would you tell that to your kid? It was just dumb. The whole premise of it was dumb. I hated the show, and it never, ever once made me laugh.
But you said you watched it or you didn't?
I watched it because I didn't have when I got into the house. I didn't have money to have a phone. I didn't have money to have cable. I didn't have money for anything. The only thing I could afford was the mortgage.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's where the money went, to the mortgage and the bills, and there was no extra money. So I had one of those fucking antennas that, you know, you hang out the window and hope for the best.
rabbit ears?
And you hope for the best, you know? And it wasn't a rabbit ear. It's like one of those new
the
flat ones,
digital antennas,
supposedly,
yeah.
but it's the same shit. You hang it out the window and hope the best. And that's one of the channels that I would get. And at that time, it was the only thing on. It was like either watch that or watch bullshit news or watch.
Could you imagine that? I mean,
You
I
know,
guess
some
you, I guess you
garbage
did
shit.
it.
So I watched that whenever I watch stuff, you know, hoping one day it would make me laugh.
How much simpler of a time when you can only had just one thing to watch, two things on TV?
Well, I like the 70s when you had 11 channels, 13 with PBS.
Yeah.
You know, and then you had the channel 31 that you every now and then could or couldn't get porn off of. Yeah, there was simpler times. Rusty says, I love the episode where Phoebe's dad sits down at the coffee shop and finds out what happened to her sister and mother. Phoebe was written as much more complex character than you think. It was a good show, man. It really was a good show. I think what's her name was a whore. She like pretty much dated all
Jennifer
of them.
Aniston.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but she was
like,
bad in
yeah, she
that,
was.
dude. Like,
She
dude,
was.
25-year-old Jennifer Aniston, Maran.
Yeah, she was good till she started fucking with her face.
She still looks good.
Not as good as she did. She's just fucking with her face too much. But yeah, she was always the hot one. And even what's her name that was married to her, I feel like he should have stayed with her. Angela Jolie to me was ugly. Never cared for her. Something about that lip, man. It always looked like it was ready to bust. It always looked dry.
Yeah.
Never liked her. Never liked her. Sorry, some people might disagree, but I think Jennifer Aniston was hotter.
Yeah, it's not a pleasant photo of her. Not a good photo of her.
I don't know. When you saw the Friends reunion, they all looked fucking jacked. They all looked jacked the fuck up. The only one who didn't was Joey, and he just looked like an old Italian dude who got older, and you know.
Oh, dude, you know who's not looking good now? Chandler. He's not looking good at all.
I would have to agree. Time is not done well by him. I would have to agree. Yeah, he just it's fucked up. I like Chandler.
I like Chandler, too.
He was funny.
They should have let him keep smoking cigarettes. They were always trying to tell him to quit smoking. They shouldn't have told him to quit.
Yeah, because then he picked up crack or something like that. I like Chandler, man.
Yeah.
The good ones always do a lot of drugs. Or so it seems.
So they say.
What can you say, man? It's fucked up. I remember there were simpler times. Rusty says, I lost liking Angelina Jolie when she hooked up with Billy Bob Thornton in a limo. Yeah, they used to keep each other's fucking blood around their neck.
Blood around their neck?
Yeah, they had each other's blood in a capsule around their neck. You didn't know that?
No.
Yeah, Billy Bob Thornton and whatchamacallit. Yeah, Billy Bob Thornton, I don't know, man. He got some chicks, man. I don't know how. He always looked like a crazy, like, just grimy kind of dude, but
Yeah, here you go. They were married for 3 years.
crazy.
They were known for wearing necklaces with each other's blood in them.
Yeah. Yeah, she's a witch.
She looks like a witch.
She is a witch, man.
We should try. You know, I was listening to a podcast the other day, and they said they used to test witches by putting them on a chair, tying them to a chair, and throwing them in a lake.
And if they floated,
If they floated, they were a witch,
and if they drowned, they weren't.
yeah,
It's a no lose. It's a no lose.
we should.
I
We
don't
should
think
try that with
women even
Angelina.
understand how far they've come. You know, how much worse that their ancestors had it before them, man. I mean, when was the last time we took a chick, tied her to a chair, and threw her in the river just because we thought she was a witch? You know, how much more do you need? How far do we have to give? You just give and give and give, and all they want to do is keep taking. It's never enough. We're like, man, we haven't thrown you in a fucking river in years. Okay? At least not legally.
Centuries.
At least not legally.
Well, if there was one on the bridge, but they were road workers, so
Nah,
you
not
know.
legally. There's
No,
no
you
chicks
don't
getting
wanna-
chucked into the river no more legally. Back then, it was legal. You know? And even then, some dude had to say, come on, guys. Let's stop chucking chicks in the river. You know what I'm saying? It's
Well, no. What happened was how it stopped was one woman.
floated.
No, one woman kept accusing women of witches, and they were like, "Well, yeah, I guess this bitch is just crazy. She just keeps accusing everyone she doesn't
Eventually,
like."
she was like, they're just...
Yeah.
But didn't they accuse you of being a witch back then if you could read?
No, I think it was if you were reading books that said double, toil and trouble. That's when I thought you were a witch. Yeah, they were like, "I need more crow's feet."
I need more of the jackal's
Yeah.
sperm.
Yeah, toenails from a frog.
I don't fuck with none of that shit. I saw this thing the other day that was talking about how Illuminati be going after like the low end podcasters like ourselves, but not necessarily.
Whoa, dude, what are you
but-
talking about,
But
dude?
not necessarily
Whoa,
like
hold on.
ourselves
Hold-
because, my gosh, man, if you ever let me get a word out of you know, like what the fuck? Do you want to hear what I gotta say or not? You let me know. I'll wait. Till then, we'll go to a comment. Rusty says it sucks he died young, but I am just happy he died sober and he wasn't just another tragic tale. I think it's still kind of tragic, Rusty.
Who, Billy Bob? Billy Bob's dead?
No, fucking Chandler.
Chandler.
They were the original edgy couple before Machine Gun Kelly and Megan Fox. Who, Billy Bob and what's the name? I don't know, man. I think whatchamacallit got it beat, man.
I think Diddy and Cassie was more of a controversial couple.
Well, I was gonna. Yeah, but they came after.
That's true.
They
So
came
it would
after.
have been
I would say-
Woody
I would
Allen
say-
and his daughter.
I would say Bonnie and Clyde probably did more damage as a couple.
Yeah, but they weren't. Yeah, I guess they were the original edgy couple.
They were the original edgy couple, Bonnie and Clyde.
And you can't forget about the 03 Bonnie and Clyde.
You keep trying, one will hit. Did your episode drop yesterday?
No, not yet.
Did you check?
Yeah, I checked. It was Mark Norman and Dan Soder. It was on yesterday. I know. I don't
They're
know why. I
teasing
don't know.
us.
I don't know why it's not.
Were
out yet.
you that bad that they're not even going to put it on?
Well, they could always edit me out if they wanted to, but I hope they don't. I don't want to be edited. I'd be so ashamed. I'd be sad if it was edited out.
I'd be more upset if it was edited out.
Oh yeah, I want it to be in. And you know what's funny? I subscribe to Reddit. They have like a Kill Tony thing, and people always comment about the show and like talk about the comedians and the interviews and shit. So I'm just honestly waiting for just me to get notifications about, yo, this guy sucked so bad. Or just whatever, or just like any of the crazy shit I said during the interview. The longer it's going now, the less I really remember about what I said, you know?
But we do know it sucked.
We do know it wasn't good, but maybe, you
We know it's not going to get better
yeah.
the longer we wait.
Well, you know, maybe they'll edit it a little bit, make the jokes hit a little bit harder.
Maybe they'll put some fucking laugh tracks in there.
That's what I should do. I should edit the clips and put really bad laugh tracks in it and then post the jokes. I'll do it, dude. That sounds like a great idea.
That sucks. I was hoping I'd get to see that shit today while I was packing. That sucks.
Yeah.
That shit is crazy. Everybody's moving right now, man. Me, you, and Ray, all moving.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy, man.
Hey, yo, Diddy and Cass, haha. Wait, Brian did stand up?
Brian went on Kill Tony,
Yeah, bucket ball.
and he sucked. He ate a dick, nice large bucket-filled dick. I can't wait to see it, man.
I was doing the Dom show, and I was like, well, you know, when you're writing a joke, you know, sometimes, I mean, you don't know if it's gonna work until you go on stage. And Dom was like, no, you do, you do know if it's gonna work.
You kind of do. I ain't gonna lie. You kind of do.
Oh, you guys do. I don't.
I mean, I don't.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep it real. I don't. You know, like the veal joke yesterday, that just kind of stumbled out, and it wound up
But
a hit.
they didn't understand the context of the veal baby, though, did they?
Yeah, they understood the concept.
But like
of
you
the-
eating the baby,
Not that I was eating the baby,
like
just
barbecued
that
baby.
It was supposed to be that you're raising a veal. You're keeping your kid smothered in a confined space as he grows, so that he becomes tender.
Yeah, which is
We're not going to go back into eating babies,
which is
dog.
a genius joke, but it was not what we had said before. Which was what?
No, we weren't talking about baby barbecues. But
That's
that
what
came
it was.
up.
Baby barbecues. What else
Yeah,
did
but
you say about that?
That came up because of the whole thing with Haiti and my man barbecue out there.
Dude, big fucking rated G shout out. To barbecue. Dude, doing the Lord's work down in Haiti.
Oh my God, yo. Listen, my views and opinion are not the same as what might be the views and opinion of other people on this show, just to let you know. All right? Although I found that to be an hysterical comment, I feel like some people might think it's racist, so I'm going to pull myself away from that one.
What do you mean he's black, bro? How is my support of a Haitian man writing Haiti be racist?
True. You made a good point right there.
Right?
Yeah.
What are you thinking, dog?
I don't know.
You think I was
don't know.
supporting the barbecue of Haiti?
I think you're supporting the barbecuing of baby Haiti children. That's what I thought. But listen, we're not any better. We just do it in a hospital and we don't eat them. Well, some people do. Some people eat the foreskins. You got the foreskin chip eaters. You have the fucking, they're drinking the blood. I'm pretty sure there's a couple people nibbling on like some popcorn toes.
I like popcorn toes deep fried in baby foreskin and garlic.
We get too deep into this baby.
a little
shit, man.
pecorino pecker, a little pecker of Romano cheese.
I'm gonna let you enjoy that one.
It's pecorino Romano, but the little pecorino.
Little breaded.
Pecorino Romano.
I'm
yeah.
not even gonna get involved in this no more, man. We've already done that damage, man. We've already done the damage. We already did the baby eating program. We're not going back into baby eating today.
What?
Fucking, you're worse than the fucking.
I'm worse
You're
than
worse than
Diddy.
the
Is that what I'm
Illuminati.
worse than Diddy?
You're worse than Diddy right now.
You were trying to tell me about the Illuminati doing something with podcasters at our level.
There's this one kid who came out. He was an up and coming podcaster. Him and his friend, and they said that they got an invite by, like, they said it was bugging. They met some dude one day in the store. The dude looked like he had money, whatever. He said that he gave him his information as to what, like, the podcast was, and then the next thing you know, he got a letter in the mail. And he said it was weird because I never gave the dude my address or nothing, but he got a letter in the mail inviting him to this, like, high-end place in California. He had just recently moved out to California to try to get going. This is when podcasts were taking off. He said people weren't really making a lot of money, and they were putting anything up to try to just, get something. Him and his boy got invited. They went there. They thought it was a scam, but when they pulled up, it was a big mansion place, and there was a bunch of people online. They knew a couple of other casters that were there. He said that every single person that was there at that party went on to become huge podcasters. And he gives little hints throughout the story of who they
Where
are,
did you
but he
see
doesn't
this,
say
dude?
names.
What is this you're watching?
I saw it yesterday, man.
This is interesting. This
And
is a
then he
true
goes-
story, you're saying?
He claims for it to be a true story, but then my question is, where's the invitation?
Mm-hmm.
Like, you're telling the story, you're saying you got an invitation. Where's
Yeah, where's the letter?
Where's the letter?
Yeah, where's the letter?
You know what I'm saying? And then he said he got another letter once. Where's the letter? You know what I'm saying? That's the main thing. That
Whose
I had a
house was it?
problem
What
with.
happened to him? It was Illuminati?
But well, this dude said that the party started off pretty weird, right? He was like, it started off weird because they went into the first room. He said the room was like blue or some shit. And hold on, I got it right here.
I'll read some comments while you're getting back. Rusty Shackelford says Korean foreskin goes into women's skincare products. Yeah, we talked about that on old episodes, Rusty. And Saul, like my joke, Pekka Romano. Thank you, Self. I appreciate that. Big shout out to you. And if you're wondering who this podcast is presented by, Bad Boy Records. Bad boys, what you gonna do when they raid your house? Bad boys. No, it's sponsored by AC Jokes, the only great comedy club in Atlantic City. acjokes.com. Get your tickets today. You can see Gary headlining Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We got Buddha in the house, and I'm sure some comedians coming down from New York. You can go to briantlicata.com/shop and buy some merch. Rounder Skeptic, dude, that joke has been crushing.
It
The
has, right?
Rounder, it's been doing really well. And a big shout out to End It Was Good, my homie. He was just down in Florida, and he actually tried calling me while we were doing the podcast. So I'm gonna hit you back, bro. But also, all of our Spotify listeners, listen, if you want to figure out how to support the show, you don't want to buy anything, right? You just want to give us some money so we can invest in better gear, right? And you can go to Spotify and just give us 99 cents, $4.99 or $9.99, whatever you prefer.
All right. Self-promotion says Pekka Romano. See, I knew that's where y'all were going to go with that, man. I just sent you the video I was watching. But the dude says that he goes into one room, and the room's all joyful, and everything's real cool. Everybody's talking. It's all very eloquent. He's seeing, and everyone had to wear masks, of course. Everyone had to wear masks. And his boy was kind of feeling it. But he was like, I don't know, things kind of feel weird. And then they said that every couple of, like an hour, on the hour or something like that, a bell would ring.
You sent it to me on Instagram?
No, on your texted it to you. It's on YouTube, so I texted it to you. He said a bell would ring, and every time the bell would ring, everybody would form a line and move into the next room. And each room became more and more disturbing, up until the point where it was the last room. Like it went from one room where everyone was hanging out, everyone was joyous. Then the next room was like very flirtatious. People were very touchy. There was no one really like getting busy, but there was like a lot of sexual tension. And everybody was like very flirtatious and stuff. And he said he felt a little weird about that because, you know, but his boy was feeling it. His boy was like, yo, this is dope, you know. And then he said that there was like all kinds of people being flirtatious and they had all these spirits along the walls. He went on to use the word spirits, not wine, but all that liquor shit is spirits. That's why they call it that shit. And they were drinking a lot of liquor. Then they went into another room that was like another color, like mainly one color, but it was all the best food you could think of, they said. He said like all the best meats, all the best fishes, caviar, you know, shrimp, everything just laid out, the best of the best. And they were just shoving it into their mouths, eating with their hands, biting into it. If they didn't like it, they'd spit it on the floor. And they would just... everybody reaching like it was the last thing on earth, you know, like ripping it from each other's hands.
Yeah, I think me and you would not go to one of those parties.
Nah, I would have been out already. At that point, I would have, you know, the minute they start ringing the bell and the masks.
It was the invite. We wouldn't, like, on the invitation, we'd have been like, nah.
You probably would have tried to talk us into going.
No, I would have talked
for
us
the
out
podcast,
of going.
For the podcast.
That's
you would have been
true.
like, dude, we
I
got to
would've
do it
said
for
that.
the podcast.
That's true. I would have said that. I got vaccinated for the podcast.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, and the J&J.
Yeah, and you're probably going to fall over and die one day during a podcast because of the vaccination, and we'll be like, he did it for the podcast. He did it for the likes, you know? But he's saying that when after the one where they were all eating and stuff, right? He said then they rang the bell, they went into another room where he said it was all red. And unlike all the other rooms, this one was like pretty much empty. Just a couple like chairs, but everything was red. And he said that everyone was whispering. And when he would walk by people, he would hear the things they were whispering at each other, and it was like how much they hate him. They were saying the most awful things to each other. It was like everybody getting things off their back. You know, I hate your podcast. I think you're a horrible person, blah, 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 blah. And they were just like dissing each other, whispering each other,
Sounds
dissing
like our
each
comment section.
Yeah, on our clips, exactly. And then he said that it made him feel really uncomfortable. He saw the dude that got him in, and he went to talk to him, and he went to take off the mask. And the dude told him, don't take off the mask till you're told to take off the mask in the last room. And then he also told him you should get involved in what's going on because a slow drip is better than a
Quick burn. Like a quick burn.
something like that,
Yeah,
right?
slow drip is better than a quick burn.
That's what he said, something like that. And he couldn't understand what it meant.
Yeah.
And he goes, then it got
It's
to
getting
the point.
it's like ripping the Band-Aid off.
Yeah.
That's the quick
And he
burn.
said it got to the point where they were about to go into the last room and they told everybody to take the masks off. So everybody took their masks off. And there was a line and he saw people talking to the guy one at a time.
Human centipede.
Right? And I don't know. That might have went on in the next room. I don't know. This dude never went past this room, he claims. Because he said that he saw the person talk and then the guy would go and give him a book and then the person would go into the room. So when he got up there, he realized what it was. It was a Quran, a Torah, a Bible, and all these different books of religions. And they would ask the person, what religion do you follow? Whatever religion they said they followed, they would give him that book, and then that person, they put he said it was like a metal triangle thing on top of the book, and the dude would have to put his hand on top of it, and then say that something about like that you have
Pledge your
power
allegiance.
over God.
Right.
You pledge the allegiance to these people
Over
your
God,
religion.
yeah.
Over your religion. And he was like, I'm not going to do that. And when they said they wasn't going to do that, they said that the guy, grabbed his arm and took him to the side and let him out.
That's cool. He got let out.
And they let him out, and they said they put him right outside, though, and he didn't know where to go. He's like, I'm standing outside. I don't know where to go. I don't
And
know
his
what
boy
to
was
do.
inside, right?
His boy's inside, so he goes along the side of the wall, he claims, and he tries to look through the stained glass because all the windows were stained glass. He says he tries to look through the stained glass, and he was able to peek through the white of it, and he was able to see all these people being forced, including his boy, into doing some of the most horrific things. He doesn't go into detail, of course, which is another reason why I always say you can't really believe these dudes.
This is
One,
him?
where's the letter? No, he's the dude that's doing the video about the dude. So he's doing I didn't find
Dude
the
was white,
actual
right?
video.
The guy was white.
The kid
Who
is
went?
white. Yeah,
Who
the
went?
kid is
Yeah.
white. And he claims that afterwards he saw his boy. He went over to his boy and he said, are you okay? And he said his boy had like a crazy attitude. And then he told his boy that he saw him through the window. And he said at that point, his boy looked furious, turned around and walked out, and supposedly called them and told them that
He saw.
he saw. And then he said in his mail, he received a letter with a picture of him looking through the window from security. And then they started fucking with him and doing all kinds of shit, like fucking with his car, fucking with
So
things
who's
in his
saying
house.
it's Illuminati though?
He is the dude telling the story. You know, you could put the link up that I just sent you in the thing. That's where I got it
I'll
from.
do that.
King Handel says they were at Diddy's house, but now they're trying to distance themselves. Stay woke. They might have been, but he was claiming that it was the Illuminati trying to get into the podcasters, and he said all of them went on to blow up. That they all went on to blow up, and that they were trying to get podcasters specifically that were not blown up, you know, that wanted to be basically successful. Those were the ones that they were able to get. You know, that's what he claims. And all I could say is it was a good story. Whether or not it's true, I don't know, but it had me on the edge of my seat listening to it, you know. And he goes in detail about the parties and about the rooms. And he goes into detail about like why they did it that way, which I believe is what he said. It's like each step is giving up more, giving up more, giving up more, and giving into self-indulgence.
Yep.
You know.
Yeah, that's what Rusty just says.
Rusty says sounds like what the CIA does when they're trying to flip an asset, play into their primal needs, and you got them hook, line, and sinker. Yeah, that's what he was saying. He was saying that it was like, and that's what the dude meant by a slow drip.
Right.
He was saying that the more you give in each room, then when you get to the last room where they're going to be banging 7 dicks inside you, you know, it's not going to be as bad. Somehow, I don't know if I'd agree with that, but that's what he was trying to say. King Anna says Brian did something similar for his initiation
That is true.
in college, right? When you
Yeah.
when you joined the fucking fraternity. That's why I don't do fraternities, man. I could see it in your eyes, dog.
We didn't call it a fraternity then.
What did you call it? A cult?
Clan. It was a clan. That's what we called it.
It was a clan?
Yeah, we called it a clan. Yeah.
I'm not surprised, man.
Yeah, dude, there's some weird shit that happened in the fraternity. There was a bunch of ritualistic
course,
things, and it
all
was
that stuff
triangles.
is-
Our like little thing was it was a triangle.
Dude, all
I have
those
photos
things.
of me like just going like this, like in college, like young, you know.
You know what's fucked up is coming up, especially in the music, man. I got photos of me throwing up all those signs because I was ignorant to whatever they were. You know what I'm saying? Throwing up the signs, fucking doing all those signs, whatever it was. Yeah. You know, because what do you do with your other hand?
I prefer this.
You know, like if you got one hand around someone's shoulder, like if you're taking it, but what do you do with your other hand if not something like this or something like this? Like you always got to do something. What do you do with your other hand? Just leave it there? You leave the other hand there? I don't know. I don't know what to do with my hands anymore now that I can't throw up any kind of signs.
Yeah, it was just a real shame you can't use the Illuminati signs and the devil signs
Remember back when
anymore.
you could throw up the Illuminati
Yeah.
signs? No one thought
What are
nothing
the,
about
what are the
it.
signs for Christ? Are there any like good Christian signs? You could do the praying hands. Yeah.
No, I don't know.
Or
I
you
don't
do the
know.
crossed ones. Little child praying.
Is that a sign? I don't think. No, we don't. They don't throw up no signs, man. You know, maybe the cross. Christian forever. I don't know. I don't know.
This,
What they do.
this is a sign from the children of Diddy Island. Oh no.
No, this is the church. This is the steeple. You open the door, and these are the people.
Where's
That's
the
the
priest and
sign.
the altar boy? That's what I want to know.
They're in
dude.
the basement.
Dude, it's just like it's sickening that dude the Epstein. We're watching the Epstein thing.
He's the
un-
R&B Epstein.
but it's unfolding live before our eyes right now, and I'm calling it. Nothing is going to happen to him at all. He's going to get away. He's going to be out of the country, and we're just not going to see him again.
I think we will see him again, but I still
His
think
kids are
nothing
gonna
will-
go down.
Nothing will happen to him.
You
I
know,
think he'll
that
get
that
away.
it's not going to be televised. Not like Kyle Rittenhouse, like that court case. This will not be a televised court case.
You think not? I think it has to be.
Fuck no, dude. Ghislaine wasn't televised. You think
That's
this one
right.
will?
That's right. No,
All we
no,
got was a sketch. A sketch. She's alive.
We don't even know if she's alive, right? Well,
Dude.
she's supposed to be getting out soon. Not too long. They didn't give her that many years. How
Bro,
many years
she's
did they
just-
give her? 10, 15?
I think
They didn't give her that many years. 30? I don't know. 30 would be a lot of years. Actually, 10
She got
would be
20. She got 20.
20 years.
Yeah, she's
So
not
good
getting out
behavior.
soon, dude. She's got another.
Good behavior. There's no good behavior thing for her. First offense, rich white lady with a name that sounds fucking European in some way. You don't think she'll get
Mossad,
out in
dude.
like
She's a
7
Mossad
years?
agent. Her
Mossad
family's
agent.
Mossad.
She'll be out in a year or so. You don't think so?
I don't know. I don't think she's in jail. First, you'd have to prove to me she's in jail.
She might not be in jail.
She's not. I'm telling you, she's not.
Why, you went to visit?
I tried to. Yep.
And what happened?
They said
I'm not letting
Ghislaine.
you off. I'm
She
not letting
said
you off. Go ahead. What happened?
Ghislaine isn't in at the moment. Please check back in another 3 to 5 years when this next case comes up, and she might return.
Where do you think she was? Or is, for that matter?
Where is she?
At a cousin's house? Laying low? Till the whole thing
Well,
blows over?
Well, it's Tuesday, about 8:20. I think she's playing pickleball right now. Her weekly pickleball game is tonight.
Today's Tuesday, right?
It is
Shit.
Tuesday,
Every now
yeah.
and then I keep forgetting. I gotta remember. I gotta set my alarm for tomorrow. I'm gonna oversleep.
Do you ever think about how the calendar and all the dates are named after like astrological symbols and Greek gods and stuff
I
like that? And
know
we still
there's
use it.
something to it. And that's all I have to say about that. I know there's something to it. You know, I think they're all off too. Same thing with the numbers. I think they're off too. Something with the numbers that are off. Like something means 5 and instead it's whatever. Like October, right? October's the whatchamacallit month.
The harvest month.
No, but what number month is it?
10.
10. And they're saying Oct actually means 8.
Correct.
Right? So they're saying it should actually be the 8th month. Right? And that's what they're saying with all of them, right?
Dude, look at
like
this.
each one is like off. I don't know. I never really thought too much about it, but I'm sure it has something to do with fucking with us because it always does.
No, so here we go. In Greek, right? We have Greek and Latin. So Sunday was Sol, right? So that's the sun's day, the Sol.
Monday the moon.
Yeah, Luna, which was the moon. Tuesday was Mars, Aries. Wednesday is Hermes. Mercury.
Not to be confused with his cousin Herpes. He's gotten a bad rep for that one. You know, he used to fall right between Wednesday and Thursday. There was a day they got rid of because of herpes, but that's a whole other episode. Go ahead.
And then we have Thursday, Jove or Zeus, Jupiter. Friday, Venus or Hermaphrodite. I'm sorry, I think I read that wrong.
Aphrodite.
Yeah, Aphrodite. That's before they turn. And then Saturday, Saturn. And bro,
Or Cronus.
Saturn.
From the I'm not gonna continue. Go ahead. Sometimes you just gotta stop before you start going.
That's it, really, man. I mean, that's,
So
you
what
know.
was the point of that?
Well, I was just showing you how all of our days are actually, like, we still call them that, and it's these ancient religious, like, polytheistic religions that we follow, dude. And
I mean-
and another thing, you look at all of our architecture, dog. It's Roman, right? It was like the White House, big columns, like all those buildings in D.C. The shit that we saw, that's all Roman style, like Greco-Roman style architecture, and they're all these, you know, god of this, god of that, and we still use all that stuff.
Well, I mean, at what point were you supposed to get rid of everything?
Dude, you rename it,
supposed to-
dude. You
you're
call
supposed to
call
rename
Sunday Jesus Day or something like that.
Well, I
dude.
mean, in general, either way, is like, does it still matter
saying
if people
we
don't
need to
know? Like, if
know
people
that-
don't know, like if you don't know what's behind
That's
Monday,
how the
Tuesday,
propaganda
Wednesday.
works, dude. Doesn't matter if they're jizzing on a 14-year-old girl's face in a kid show. If they don't know that's what they're watching, it does matter. It does. You see the connection I'm making now?
No, I don't know how you got jizz on a child's face from Monday.
No. I'm saying.
How'd you get that out of a Monday? Or was it Tuesday that made you think about that? I have no idea.
No, so what you just said is if people don't know
Like,
about
in
it.
other words,
no,
Monday,
stop.
Tuesday-
No, stop. Because
Oh, in other words, don't explain what I'm saying.
No, you have to let me explain because you said, what did you say? So I have to explain what I'm saying.
All right, but
before
you're going off of
before
what
you-
I said, but go ahead.
Because
I'm with you.
you were saying what I said. Oh, there she
my
is.
God.
So scared.
Oh, my God.
You just scared him to death.
Yo, I swear
too.
that looked straight out of a Netflix movie at first. Because at first I thought someone's obviously coming in. But then the way you kind of stood there, it took me a second to
Yeah.
even realize that was you.
Yeah,
I was like,
your head popped
it was
in
like,
the door.
it was like, I don't know. I thought I was waiting
Hello,
to
my
see a
wife.
shiny object. I was waiting. Yo, I ain't even gonna lie. I got shook just now. That thing just wrecked my head. I didn't put you in there. It's not my fault. Do not attack me under the table. Yo, I ain't gonna lie. His lady just freaked me out, yo. Just so you know. The door came swinging open real slow when she stood out there. Like, you ever seen that movie? What's that movie called with the people with the bags over their heads that they show up at the house? The
Was that like the one where you have to like pick if you're gonna die or not?
no, man, it's the one with the family that they had two chicks and the one guy and the family, and they kill like the whole family. And I said, man, they lucky they didn't come into my family. I ain't gonna lie. Either way, The Visitors or something like that is called. I can't remember, but freaked me out. I'm not gonna lie. Heart stopped, like freaky. It was just scary and freaky.
Yeah.
Okay. I feel a little bit less of a man right now. Just go to some of the comments. That freaked me out, man. Is this a cover up for the royal family? You know, self,
who?
that's
Is what-
actually
is what the
all
cover
this
up?
shit. The bridge and Diddy. Could this all be a cover up for the fact that that
Kate
Kate
Middleton,
Middleton
dude.
is dead and that she came back saying she has cancer, which means she soon will be dead again? That's a good point.
Dude. I mean, so the video,
Please don't bite me. That's all I ask. Please don't bite me.
no, you're fine. Don't worry about it.
You know, maybe it is. Maybe that could be the thing.
Go with mommy.
That could be the thing.
Oh, well, dude, Kate Middleton. So the video and the photo that was the first like suspect thing. She had that striped sweater on, and then I saw a video on YouTube because someone posted the link, and it was her in that same video, and looked the same as she did in that, and so it was just picked from that. Like it was clearly fraudulent.
Yeah, that's the problem. The Sunny got a couple of things like that. The picture with the family was taken from a cover. I mean, that's an interesting thought. Maybe all these things, you know, that's the thing. You know, it's going to take a lot to cover up that the royal family murdered their son's wife. But I mean, like I said, once again, I'm not saying I condone it, but there does come a point where you should see that coming. You can't separate a mother. You can't put a mother's son against their mother. And you think you're gonna be able to do that with a queen? With a queen, no less. A queen. You're gonna put a son against a queen.
So
And
what,
you think
so
you're not gonna get
I
it?
need
Rusty
to-
says Freemasons built the government architecture in D.C.
the Tartarians built it a
The
long
Tartarians,
time
the
ago before that.
Tartarians built it way before the Freemasons, right? So Brian would definitely argue that one, man. He's a big Tartarian groupie.
I'm a Tartar.
He wants to find that he's a Tartar. He's a Tartarian groupie. He's trying to find some real Tartarians out there.
So my question is this: so Kate Middleton was married to Prince William, right? And she was causing distress between Prince William and
yeah,
the
they're
Queen.
not. They first
Queen
of all, they're
Elizabeth?
both disowned from the family. They ain't making no money from the family, man. They sent them motherfuckers. Where are they now? New York or? Yeah, they're not making no money from the family no more. They disowned them. They shared all the dirt. She went out and shared all the dirt, called them racist, called homeboy's mother and father
No,
racist,
dude, that
which
was,
they probably
I thought that was that's the black girl that
What's
the other
that?
one was, that's Prince Harry.
Who's his wife? Isn't his wife Kate Middleton?
Prince Harry. This is Prince Harry, dude.
Yeah, who's his wife?
Yeah. Wait, why is Prince Harry named in $30 million? Whoa, Prince
Oh
Harry
yeah,
named,
Prince Harry's name came up in that thing too. Yeah, I meant to say that.
So Prince Harry's name to
his wife, is Meghan Markle.
Meghan Markle.
Meghan Markle.
Yeah, this is the girl
so
you're thinking
who
of.
is? So who's the one I'm thinking? That's the one I was thinking of. If anyone, it should have been her. Why would it be the other one? Why would it be Meghan?
Yeah, this is Catherine, Prince, and she was married to William. And I'm pretty sure this guy had like the swastika and stuff on his arm. Was that this one or the other one?
It was a party
It was a party. Oh, his
with
first,
a bunch
oh, dude,
with a
his-
bunch of
dude,
Nazis.
his
I
fir-
mean, you know, what
bro,
did you
his,
want him to?
His first wife was Princess Diana.
His first wife was Princess Diana.
Mm-hmm. And his second wife is Kate.
No. Prince Williams. Isn't that his Prince? No, Princess Diana was married to Charles.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's I think the son.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
He's the
that's
son.
the-
He's the son. He's the son.
That's the son. Yeah.
He's the son.
Who knows, man? It's so hard to keep up with all those. I don't
And,
even
dude,
care.
you know
who
what?
cares? Who
And they're
cares
all
about-
cousins.
And they're probably all cousins. Yeah, you got to keep that bloodline pure, dude. But that one, I don't know why they would kill her. Why would they kill her?
Yeah. Does anybody have any idea why Kate Middleton is?
I thought it was
whacked?
the other one. The other one, I totally understood. She was talking all that shit. I knew that. Well, she's next. Did you guys see the statement Diddy's lawyer put out? No, we did not. Could you please find Diddy's lawyer's statement? I would love to hear what his lawyer has to say. No, we did not, man.
And here's another comment.
Yeah, so that's the son. Yeah, that's the son, and that would be. I don't know why. Why would they kill his wife? I don't understand why they would kill his wife. The other one, Markle, Meghan Markle, I could
Well,
understand.
you didn't even know
them.
who she was.
No,
until
I
a
knew who
minute
she
ago.
was. I just didn't know her name.
No, but I'm saying you didn't know who Kate Middleton was.
No,
so
I
it's
thought Kate
odd-
Middleton was Meghan Markle.
I
That's what I'm
understand
saying.
that, but
Why in the world would they kill Kate? I can understand why they would kill the other one. She talks a lot of shit.
But the reason you don't know why they didn't kill Kate is because you had no idea who she was until a second
I
ago.
thought she was the other one. That's
I
why for a second I
know.
understood.
I know, but that's what I'm saying.
Now I do not understand why they would kill her.
Now we understand each other.
Yes.
You
But why
understand?
would, now I'm asking you, why would they kill her? What
I-
does she have on
I
them? I
don't
thought
quite
she was
understand.
stepping in line. I didn't even know who she was really.
I think they don't like that she spells Catherine with a C instead of a K. I think that's like the biggest problem. What, dude? What was that? We're caught up.
No, actually, Owen Please just showed up on the scene. What's up, Owen? How you doing, baby? Did you guys party with him? Yeah, we've been talking about him since we actually been talking about him this whole thing. Somehow all roads come back to Diddy. You know,
Even with the king.
and even just now, Prince, what's his name, is down with that too, dude. Yeah, man, I'm telling you, man, a lot of things are gonna come out with this thing. It's gonna go crazy, yo. Oh, he sent it to me. Hold on.
Who did?
Self sent it to me. The
Oh
statement.
yeah, no,
on
I got
behalf-
it right here.
Oh, you got
Yeah,
it.
I got it right here. It says an attorney for Sean Diddy Combs on Tuesday issued the first public statement about the rapper. Aaron Dyer, Combs' attorney, in a statement sent to the Business Insider, maintained Combs' innocence and said the search conducted on his property was gross overuse of military-level force as search warrants were executed at Mr. Combs' residence. There's no excuse for excessive show of force and hostility exhibited by authorities by the way his children and employees were treated. Mr. Combs was never detained but spoke to and cooperated with authorities. Despite media speculation, neither Mr. Combs or any of his family members have been arrested, nor has their ability to travel been restricted in any way. No charges have been filed. Reports from the AP and the Los Angeles Times
He went
citing
on
law
to say
enforcement
leads
sources.
to a premature rush to judgment of Mr. Combs and is nothing more than a witch hunt based on meritless accusations made in civil lawsuits. There have been no findings of criminal or civil liability with any of these allegations. Mr. Combs is innocent and will continue to fight every single day to clear his name. That's good to hear. It's good to hear. Oh, there you go. He's innocent. Oh, man.
Why would they raid his
Thank God.
house?
It was.
It's not anybody else's house. It's his
It was.
house.
It was just grandiose posturing on the form of the cops. That's what it was. Look, he just said he's innocent.
Department of Homeland Security.
He just said he's innocent and that they were flexing too much muscle.
Toby.
What up, dudes? What up, dude yourself, man? Is that a first-time commenter? I think so.
I think it is. Welcome to the show.
Oh, yeah, man. And you got here just in time for a special rated G fuck you shout-out.
Really?
Yeah, man, to Petey Rancel.
Whoa.
The completely hysterical comedian known as Petey Rancel. Just a special fuck you shout out. He knows why he's getting it, and no one else needs to know, but he knows why he's getting it, you know? And I just felt like I wanted to get that out. I've been meaning to do that for the last couple of shows. If
Something
anyone
just
deserves it,
happened that
he
reminded
deserves
you
it.
of that? Well, that came out of left field, I feel like.
Yeah, you know, my mind just picks things up real quick,
Oh.
you know, and he's actually ran into a couple of people. He hasn't run into me yet, but he's ran into a couple of people who have since spoken to me. So, you know, my response to everything that gets said by this man is, fuck you.
Self says he knows why.
Self knows,
I mean, I know why.
you know.
Let's hear it. Tell the story. Tell the story.
dude-
Tell the
dude-
story. Tell
dude
the
is
story.
just nah, listen, man. Some people get upset. You know, they're mad at you because they're not what they want to be. Ain't got nothing to do with me. His upsettingness at me has nothing to do with me. It's his own delusions. But since he's delusional and chooses to talk shit, then, I figured, why not? I got a platform, somewhat of a platform. Why not use it? So, how I like to give fuck you shout outs, right?
I do.
I haven't done one in a while. And this one is for Petey Rancel. I think the last one I did was for
Probably your landlord.
either that or Matt. I think I gave one to Bridgestone.
Oh yeah, I think you did
I think
too.
he caught one too.
We have a comment.
On Please says, Petey steal your shit with the junkie.
Like a junkie.
Oh, like a junkie? Nah, Petey didn't steal my shit. Petey just talks a lot of shit. And, and unfortunately, a lot of shit he talks about sometimes tends to be about me. So if that's the case, then my attitude is go fuck yourself. It eventually gets back to me. You know what I'm saying? Eventually, all roads come back to me, dog. My reputation precedes me. So when you say something out of the ordinary to somebody who knows me, believe me, it's gonna get back to me. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like Jason hit me up. Jason Scoop hit me up. Jason Scoop was like, just ran into Petey.
Scoop?
Yeah, he goes, just ran into Petey in New York out of nowhere. Text me when he goes, call me when you can. I call that motherfucker right back. Because motherfuckers who know me know that, if what's being said about me goes against my character, they're going to hit me up and let me know.
Yeah.
Listen, real recognize real, and I don't recognize you. I would walk right past you and not even recognize you. That's how fake you are. Go sit down to pee. Toby says, they want those tapes, man. Where are those digital files of debauchery? They definitely got them. They said they took every camera in the house, man. They took everything of electronics in the house. Mm-hmm. So that lawyer could say whatever. Somehow I feel like the tapes are going to say a different story. I don't know.
Yeah, if they lose the tapes, watch the tapes they were shipped out on that boat or something like that.
Probably.
That was so when I saw that boat, I was like, all right, what's coming out of the port of Baltimore, which is right near DC. So what kind of documents or whatever, what was on it? That's
so
what
in
I
your
tried to look
mind,
up.
it can't even be an accident anymore, right? It's like
can't,
no such thing as just a regular accident. Even if that accident happens to work out for the benefit of somebody else.
How? All I do is read the news, and when you read the news, it doesn't make any sense at all.
That's true.
It does. It's contradictory.
I mean, even the Diddy stuff,
time.
if you think about it, I mean, he's not being charged with anything. They haven't charged him with anything. They haven't even come out and said exactly what they're looking for or anything like that. They just raided this dude's house showed it on television. And that's the last you're pretty much hearing about it.
And he's out of the country. The flight manifests of his planes are gone. Dude, they're in Antigua. And they're probably halfway to fucking Africa by now. Or all the way there.
How long does it take to get there?
Well, it depends. The Earth is pretty flat in that part of the world. So it takes a little longer to fly there. It's that long distance, He's going to go over Antarctica.
I mean, I don't know how long it takes to get. Shout out to the Jews.
I think he thought Rancel was a Jewish last name. It's not.
Nah. He's Cuban. Even though, speaking of a shout out to the Jews, man, Candace Owens got fired from Daily Wire. The day after we said that we need to stand by, me personally, I stand by the chick only because she speaks her mind. I don't necessarily agree with everything she says, but I stand by her because she refuses to be bullied. And I was saying how we need to stand by those kind of people who are fighting the good fight. And then that very next day, they fired her from the Daily Wire. And then I canceled my subscription.
I support you.
Not to say I don't like Michael Knowles and I don't like Walsh anymore. I still like you, but I'll catch you on YouTube for free.
Yeah.
I'm not going to support people who, just because you don't agree with them, you're going to get rid of them, especially if you're going to say she's an anti-Semite, because the truth of the matter is she's not. Mm-hmm. Nothing she said was anti-Semitic. Mm-hmm. But apparently the rule of anti-Semitic is it's whatever you think is anti-Semitic. That's basically what she said. What they said the definition was.
Well, that guy said it changed.
He says it changes.
She asked what the definition was, and
he says it changes. Yeah, it changes to whatever the fuck I want it to mean. That's what it, that's what it means. The word hag.
Well, I think that actually was an old.
Yeah, but you got to go back 100 and something years. I didn't know that. I wouldn't have known that if he didn't say it. I wouldn't even known that hag.
Well, just not knowing what
old
it means.
hag. You're an old hag.
Does it just
and the funny thing is, she used it in the proper term, which means witch. And she said, "No, I didn't call her that because she's Jewish. I call her that because she's a witch."
Guinea's an old word and still doesn't make me feel good. When people
And then the
call
best
me.
is, what's his name? Who's that British dude? That
Russell Brand.
No, the one who's like a little. He's on the news out there in England. He always has all people. Piers Morgan. He comes out and he says, you know, he attacks her and he's like, so what that they sell dildos and butt plugs? You know what? Married people shouldn't be able to have fun. And I'm thinking, yeah, the heathen ones can do that all they want, but this dude is supposed to be a freaking, you know, a holy man. Somehow I don't think, you know,
He's that
God
holy.
finds dildos and butt plugs holy. I'll step out on the line here. I'll step out on the line and say God is probably not a fan of the dildos and the butt plugs. Not to say that if you're using them, you're going to hell. So keep yours plugged in. Don't go popping it out because you're so upset it flies right out of your asshole. But I'm just saying, I don't think God's a fan of the butt plugs and the dildos and the. I just don't think he's a fan of that personally. Just judging by the character from the books, any of the books you read, he doesn't seem like he's a butt plug man. You know. Maybe you could find me a scripture that proves it
Have you
wrong.
asked him in guidance?
It wasn't a question that actually came up. I don't know who Petey Rancel is, but sounds like he's sipping that haterade. Oh yeah, all his life, man. That's why he's a little chubby in the stomach. Nah, man, those Jews need more. Listen, I love my Jewish people. All right. Anyone will tell you,
Same.
I worked for them all my life, and at some point I'll probably start working with them again. I love my Jewish people. You know, they got me out the hood. They took care of me they didn't take care of me, but they allowed me to take care of myself for years. So I got no beef with the Jews as a whole. You know, I don't like any whole group of people. I'm pretty sure every group of people got some dicks in it. That if I met them, I'd be like, you're a dick. And it's not because you're this or that. It's because you're nothing more than you're a dick. You know, On Please says G stands up for Candace Owens, then she gets canceled. Coincidence or not? Yeah, I don't think my endorsement is something anybody wants. To be honest, I don't think an endorsement from me is going to propel your career anywhere. You know, especially those Puerto Rican Jews. Hell yeah, big up to Juan Epstein. We got a juggler. I think this is the first time commenter. It took me this long to realize you guys were on Twitch. What's up? It's Rusty from YouTube. Rusty Shagler is my stage name for stand-up. It's an ode to Dale Gribble. Very interesting, man. I'm actually gonna look into you when we get off, dude. Check out some of your stuff. There's stuff up there. Yeah, man. I didn't know we were on Twitch either. Did you know that? See, I'm on a need-to-know basis.
Twitch, Twack, Tweet, Tumble, Rumble,
Twitch, twat, tweet, twip,
Twack,
twit,
Twatter.
twatter. Hello, Mara. Hello, Fada.
Here I am at Camp Twatter.
Camp La Twata. You ever go to camp?
No, and I'm glad I did because my parents knew what the fuck was up with that. They're like, yeah, well, I'm not letting my kids sleep anywhere. That's not our house.
I went to
dude.
camp,
Yeah.
Camp Mekon Rec Road. I told you the story about Pee Pete, right?
No, but I feel like Mekon.
It was called Camp Mekon Rec
I
Road.
know. Didn't we?
We looked it up. We looked
did.
it up
We
once
found like pictures, and we found like a group of people
Yeah.
who were there or something.
Yeah, we did. We looked
And
it up.
what was the PPP?
And when I went away to camp, I'm pretty sure I shared this story before.
Yeah,
on
but
the
this
podcast.
was way back in the day, dude.
Yeah. Well, there was a kid that was I was young. We were young, and it was in the middle of the woods. And there was a kid, we called him PPP because he peed his bed every single night.
Oh.
Every night when you woke up the next day, his bed was hanging outside. The mattress was hanging, drying outside every morning, right? And everyone called him PPP. So PPP got a little upset about it, and he was determined not to wet his bed anymore. And he had like a good 2 nights under his belt. You know, everyone was good for him. And I think we were even saying, like, if you can make it through the week, you know, we'll do like a party or some shit. But unfortunately for PPP, man, one night I had to pee so bad. And I woke up and I was about to go use the outhouse, but it was so dark and it was so scary. I was like, there's no way in the world I'm going out there by myself. I was like probably, what, 9, 10? There's no way in the world I'm fucking going out there into a place where it's just a hole in the ground, too. I didn't even like it during the daylight. So I looked to the right of me, and there's Pete in his dreamland minding his own business, and I peed on his
You
fucking mattress.
peed on Pete.
Right by his feet, too, which is funny because he woke up the next day and he swore it was him. And I'm like, well, you know, what you do? You think you pissed straight in the air, missed your clothes?
No,
and,
no, he
landed on your
he
feet?
thought his buddy Gary that he's been playing pickball with and eating turkey.
I would have been like, who peed in my...
sandwiches?
Me
Who
personally,
peed on me?
first of all,
It's
I
because
wasn't...
you're the only 8-year-old deviant who would pee. How old were you?
I don't know, probably like 9, 10.
Oh, dude, you're old enough
Maybe
to know
younger.
better.
I don't
No,
even
you're
know.
you're probably older.
8,
Yeah, if
9.
you were scared of the dark, you're probably
8,
12,
9,
13,
like 8.
15, something like that.
Nah, I definitely wasn't that old. 12, 13, I was already getting high. So it had to be like about anywhere between 8 to 10.
Yeah,
Probably
well, dude,
like
it's a
8.
good thing you started smoking. Otherwise, you'd be peeing all over
Probably
people's
like 8.
pants.
Yeah, poor
Don't let me go.
PPP.
Don't let
I
me-
remember he
don't let me
was
go in
so
any of these
upset the
bedrooms.
next day, man. Everybody was let down. There was no party for PPP that year.
Yeah. PPP shot up fucking a school too, as a result of this. I'm sure. Where's he at? Do you know what happened to him?
Nah, I wouldn't recognize him even if I saw him, but he probably remembers me.
I'm sure he does.
You know, that's crazy. Oh, I just got one of those smoky moments, man. Yeah, poor PPP. I feel bad about it now. I have, you know.
Have you made amends?
How's the documentary coming along, Brian?
It's going good. I'm going to Vegas this week to shoot some stuff for it.
Yeah, Brian's doing big things, man. I'm excited. I'm excited. I got a place to keep my bike in the new place.
Yeah. You got a lock?
And they don't even charge me.
When was the last time you rode that bike?
COVID.
Oh,
During the
okay.
lockdowns.
So you're just waiting for the next one to dust it off and get it
During
back
the
out.
lockdowns. It's the last time I rode it. Yo, I got a GT, man. 1986 GT. What's it called? I looked it up the other day. It's worth about maybe. I saw the most it was selling for was 8,000.
How many horsepower?
No horsepower. It depends on your legs. It's your legs, man. It's an old school bike. It's a bike, dude. You know, it's a bike. What do we got here? What do you say, Gary? PPP is probably your landlord getting revenge on you. His name's Morris. We got a jungler. I went to Camp Hazen in Chester, Connecticut. 2 weeks overnight camp. No issue with counselors. 3rd grade through 6th grade. I didn't smoke weed until 15. Yeah, so I was probably in 3rd grade. How old are you in 3rd grade?
Probably like 9, 10.
Yeah, there you go. So that's where I was, because I definitely was the lowest of... You know how they have like the different stages. The older kids were all finger popping each other by the pool. Then you got the middle kids, like they're the ones behind the bushes watching them finger pop. And then you got the younger kids, which I was. They're there, you know, trying to fish.
What
actually
you're supposed to do at
things.
camp?
Yeah, I guess. You know,
Well, I'm ashamed. I'm saddened that you didn't have any interactions with your priest, or
my mother put me in every position to be molested as a child, and nothing ever happened.
she had faith in you.
Yeah. Nothing ever happened. Either that, I was just an unmolestable child. Everything about me, you know. I probably wasn't that good looking. I went through an ugly stage at that age. And then I also had a mouth on me, like, you know, quick to diss, very unruly. I wasn't the kind of kid you want to tickle the anus of. Brian, I had property, a couple of acres, 2.5 hours outside of Vegas in Beryl, Utah. If you ever want to camp and look at the Milky Way and smoke weed, let me know. You're always welcome to camp on land. G's up. That's dope. Somehow I feel like you might be getting set up.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Go out there, you be smoking, next thing you know, you just feel dirt coming on top of you and shit.
He's like, you can sleep in this hole here. Now we know where all the bodies are buried.
Yeah, now we know, baby. He lives in Walla Walla Wah. Ha ha ha. Walla Walla, Washington?
Yeah, that's where Bugs Bunny was, up in Walla Walla, Washington.
Really?
Yeah,
That's a real place?
He took a wrong turn in Albuquerque and ended up in Walla Walla, Washington.
That's a real place.
It is a real place.
Walla Walla.
Walla Walla, Washington.
Pretty interesting. That's pretty interesting, man. Walla Walla, Washington. That's pretty fun to say, too. Walla Walla.
Yeah, it's out there on the southern.
So if you live in Walla Walla, Washington, what does that make you? Are you a Walla Wallian?
You're a swallower. Swallow.
Swallow wallow. You're swallow wallow.
Yeah, no, thanks for the invite. We appreciate it.
Yeah, no doubt, man. What is it? What do you say? Waddle yacha? Nah, I think it's a Wallawallian, right? A Wallawallian is what you would be, right?
A wallower. You would wallow.
A wallower.
You'd wallow in your pity.
Self thinks junglers trying to kidnap you. He'd send them back. Doodly.
No, it's
Doodly doo.
doodly
Doodly doo. It's one of those words that sound funny. I mean, that look funny when you look at it.
I don't think that was how it's spelled.
Doodly doo.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's probably with a D.
I think it's D. It's like
Doodle.
doodle do, like DOODLE doodle lee, and then a Y doodly do.
Yeah, I think that's how it's done. All right, whatever. Grew up in Madison, Connecticut on the shoreline, and now I live between the wine vineyards. It's all orchards and vineyards over here. I like it because I found the only part of Washington that votes red. Trump 2024. I feel you, man. You know, I avoid all that by simply not voting. I like to sit back and just watch the effects of everybody else. And then, talk about it on my podcast.
It's coming up too, man. It's coming up, and I feel like it's coming sooner, and we're not hearing much. One of the debates, dude. Is Biden going to debate Trump? That's what I want to know.
He's not.
He's just gonna dribble on the microphone.
And there's gonna be no debates. This will actually be the first time two presidents ever got into the full running without debates. Trump didn't go to no debates. He didn't go to one of them.
Yeah, but they won't they debate each other?
Not if one doesn't show up. Trump will want to debate and Biden won't. They'll come up with a bunch of reasons why he won't. And then the both of them will just run. I mean, do we really need to know what he's doing anyway? We know what he's doing. We see where he's going with this. He wants everything to be open borders. He wants everything to be that we pay for everything and the people come. Look, we're better off jetting out and coming back in over the border. You're better off just pretending you never lived here, man.
I told you I'm going to go to one of those migrant centers.
I'm going to go to a migrant center and say, I just fucking got here, dog. Where do I get my money?
You want to go? We'll do it for the podcast.
We'll do it for the podcast. I'll probably get away with it. I mean, you could probably get away with it, too.
Sí. Yeah. Sí. Mira, este amigo es mi abuelo.
Don't do that.
Abuelo.
Don't do that.
Abuelo.
I find what you're doing right now very offensive.
¿Por qué? Because I'm calling you old?
No, because just the way you sound, it just doesn't sound authentic. It sounds like an Italian dude trying to pretend he's Spanish, and I find that to be very, very, very insulting. I'm insulted.
Lo siento.
Whatever, you dirty guinea. Toby says, amazing story. Must have been a real treat to get that off your conscience. I left a couple of Pete's in my wake of sin.
The wake of sin, dude. The wake of sin. That's a great line.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's good to get off my chest, I guess, man. EBT, por favor. So says, sounds like if Dora the Explorer had a sex change. That's you, Brian.
That's me.
That's what you sound like.
Oh, well, at least I sound like I've gone through the change. You know?
It's not good to be just straight up a white, straight dude anymore.
That's why I'm identifying as Italian people. Trying to.
But they're looking younger every day, man.
Younger?
Yeah, straight white men are looking younger every day because with oppression comes youth. That's why black, Spanish, Asians, Indians, we all stay looking young because of all the oppression that's been before us.
You think I look young?
You're looking younger every day. Yeah.
You think that's because
straight white men are looking younger every day because of the oppression that is coming before them. To my straight white people out there, man, hang tough. You too shall overcome. I have faith in you.
What continent should we colonize next? That's the question I have. South America's looking good right now.
Is it all white dudes that colonize? You're telling me that there's never been any other country colonized by people other than white?
Yeah. I mean, we've just been doing it for the last 600 years. Before that, it was Muslims. It was the Muslim world, the Turks that ran it all. And then before that, it was the Greeks, the Romans, the Egyptians, the
And
Phoenicians.
people always mad at the last winner, right?
Yeah. You had your run. You were just it was 700 years ago.
Everybody wants what you got when you won, but nobody wants to do what it takes to get there. Whatever.
I know. There's people just don't want to pillage anymore, man.
Well, pillaging ain't what it used to be anyway.
It's not. Yeah, the game's changed.
Nothing's the same.
No, you don't need to carry a torch or a pitchfork anymore. After the torch and the pitchfork went, that was really the end of the good pillaging days.
You think about too, like when you think about the old wars before the motherfuckers had rides, before they had rides and planes, were like only, like when they only had like maybe 4 or 5 horses, and the commanding officers are the ones who got to use those, and everyone else had to walk. Like when you look at like Lord of the Rings and shit like that, or like Game of Thrones.
Yeah, that war was a long time
No, but
ago.
I'm just saying like those kind of like on the horses.
How about the
everybody
Revolutionary War?
trooping.
Yeah, any war before like 18.
Whatever, before they had
1900.
rides and shit, like, back with swords and like, fucking, what are those things called where they throw rocks and shit? Catapults and shit like that, Like, how fucked up it is for you to have to like walk, because they usually had to meet somewhere to start the fight. Like they would head to some place, and that place would hear that
12 o'clock behind the bleachers.
like they would head to some place, and the place they headed to would hear that they're headed to them, so they would go out to meet them.
Mm-hmm.
And like now everybody's tired. You just walked miles to link up to fight, and now you got to fight? You
Just
think it's
cook some
hard being a
burgers and
fireman?
dogs.
Try carrying 2 heavy-ass swords and a shield for fucking 17, 18 miles or some shit before you even get to use it.
Dude, what about if you had to go overseas? You went on that wood boat.
On those boats, man.
Well, they had people running for them.
They had those human engines. Yeah. But I'm just saying, man, you think it got it tough now, man. What about when you had to walk to the
I
fight?
wonder if any of those ships crashed into bridges.
Did they have bridges back then?
They did.
Yeah, right? They did.
Yeah.
Moats.
Mm-hmm.
Any good moats nowadays? How come they stop with the moats? How come there's not like a moat in front of the White House? That would have changed the whole story on January fucking, what was it? January 6th?
That was the Capitol, though, not the White House.
Well, the Capitol should have a moat too. Why not? It's the Capitol. Put a moat around
There is
it.
a river near there, but they should
They should have a moat.
Crockfield.
When everything started popping off, they should have been able to just lift the bridge. That's it. Yeah. But Pelosi would have kept the bridge down. She would have cut the ropes just so they could have came across and then blamed it on Trump. It's a wicked world we live in.
Comment.
We got a jungler, Gary, smoking Newport takes me back. Smoked Newports from age 17 to 27. As a Sicilian American, I never knew Spanish until I lived in Utah for 7 years. Had to learn it so I could work with my coworkers in kitchens more effectively. Yeah, listen, I did construction with nothing but Spanish, dude. It was the worst job I ever had. I worked there for a couple of months, never understood a word they said, never picked it up, and still can't talk Spanish. What can I tell you?
Did you try?
Come to Puerto Rico, yeah. No, I tried to pick up what they were saying. I just didn't pick up what they were saying. I just couldn't pick up on it.
You can't just like listen. You have to work.
At no point did it ever make sense to me. I understood the head movements, the nods. You find other ways. You find other ways to do what they're telling you to do. But I never understood fucking a word they were saying. Sicily was conquered by Arab and West African emissaries before Italy owned it. Speaking of being colonized.
That's true.
That's what I'm saying. Like, doesn't that go on all over the place? Aren't people all over the place just doing all kinds of crazy shit? No more Black Knight. The moats were there to keep the Black Knight at bay. Got to get y'all off this mainstream history. No, listen, I don't know history. Most of my history I've gotten from you, Timor. You say some shit and I look it up. Listen, man. I actually forgot that your lady just came in and scared the shit out of me a couple of minutes ago, man. I forgot all about that, but I want to give you and her time, and you got to move tomorrow, right?
We do. Yeah, we do have to
Yeah,
move
man,
tomorrow.
so I'll wrap it up. Listen, man, if you guys want to follow me at Gary G. Garcia. Follow Brian at Brian T. Licata, anywhere you get it. Go to acjokes.com if you want to see what we're doing this weekend, man. AC Jokes, we play every night of the week. Got new comedians coming up all the time. Come check us out. We got big things happening. Opening up at Claridge on the 26th. We got shit going on.
Sherrod Small opening
Sherrod
night.
Small doing the opening night there. It's going to be banging, so go to acjokes.com and check it out. And you could also go to grizzlypear.com and see what's going on over there. I'm there every Monday doing the Not Quite Tuesday midnight show, so go check that out as well. And everybody else, man, thanks for hanging out today, man. You guys hung tough, man. Love you too over there, Jungler, man. Great to have you aboard, man. Good times. Rusty, love you too, man. You guys have a great day. Enjoy where are we, Tuesday? Enjoy the rest of your week, man, and we'll get back to let you know how court goes tomorrow. I'm feeling lucky. Hopefully we'll see what happens. Other than that, peace, right? Peace, man.
Yeah,
Peace.
Yeah.